Hey, what's good? We live, we live, we live. Can y'all hear the boy? Are we good? Are we good? Let me know. Shit, main man, AB the Hero back again with another video. Appreciate y'all tuning in live. Um, we got the game today. A couple nights ago, we seen the Hornets take on Los Angeles Lakers. LaMelo versus Bron. That was a big one. That was something special. That was something for all of us to get hyped for and be ready for. Now tonight, we got another big one. King of LA. Who's the real king of LA? Because we know that Kawhi a while back dangling the keychain with the king on it, thought he was the king. LeBron shut that down. We shut LeBron down. LeBron damn near got injured today. Looked bad. Scared me. Watching the slow-mo clip. So shout out to LeBron, bro. We love you over here. You know what I'm saying. You the GOAT at this moment when it come to me. So I'm hype on all accounts when it comes to tonight's game. What I really am hyped for. Now, let me know what y'all think it is. Let me know where y'all heads at when it comes to this. But I want to see LaMelo versus Pat Bev. Cause Pat, in the words of what's my guy name? John Lucas the third or whatever. When he talked about when he got dunked over LeBron on Gil's podcast, and he said, "I got to get my get back." Pat Bev, you did Lonzo dirty night one, and LaMelo gonna get the get back. That's what I really want to see. I want to see LaMelo get the get back. I want to know how many of y'all think LaMelo gonna get the get back. And I'm gonna send the invite here. So if you want to jump in and we can get some conversation, I want to hear your predictions on tonight's game, and we can talk this thing out. But yes, we are back with another one. And we was off the live stream for a minute, and now we back. We had to get off the live stream for a minute. YouTube said, "Yo, y'all was going too wild on there. It got crazy." And now we back. So let me see. Let me pull up some stuff that we could take a look at here. But Pat Bev, no, don't tell me Pat Bev injured. Hold on, let me see. I got it. I got the stuff pulled up here. So I'm gonna slide and see what we're gonna do here. But boy, don't tell me Pat Bev injured, cause I'm praying for this get back tonight. I'm praying for this get back tonight. Bro, that's the worst thing I ever heard right now. Let me see. I hope Pat Bev has because they get ready to trade for Lonzo and they want him to sit out. Dang. Let's see. Let me see. I'm gonna pull up a screen here, add that to the screen. Bam. All right, let's see. Then with that location. No time, no. Ibaka's back. Leonard. Let's see what we got here. Check the injury. Hey, I ain't got the injury report on here, man. Come on, NBA. Y'all gotta do better. Got to do better. Let's go over here. Honey Vine with that location. I don't know why this song been in my head for the past couple of days. Yeah, Pat is out. Pat and Ibaka out. Dang, boy, I'm sad about that. I mean, Kawhi, you gonna have to catch this for you gonna have to get all of these hands for Pat. Dang, my boy LeBron. If y'all ain't watched that LeBron clip, oh my God, it looked bad. But I feel like LeBron is such an animal anyway. I don't think that he hurt. Let me see. I can't imagine if he really hurt. Yes, man, hit that like button. We got 51 folks in here and 7 likes. Hit the like button. Let me see. There we go. Let's pull up this Gamecast. Is this on NBA TV tonight? Y'all tuning in. Let me see. My dog Romeo got LaMelo at 36 points. 30 points, 6 boards, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. I'm expecting something around them lines. I hope Pat Bev just in the building. I don't care if he playing. I just want you to know that you was finna get all of these smoke and you finna get all of these hands tonight, Pat. We know what you did to Lonzo, man. It wasn't cool. You tackled my dog, had him looking crazy. Let me see. All right. Man, with that location. No time, no. Boy. Let's check, man. Da-da. Let me see. Done, my dude. All right, I'm gonna throw the invite in here, man. If y'all want to hop on, we can get that going. No time, no. Melo going to show out, man. I'm with that. I'm feeling that as well. Let's see. 28, 10, and 4. All right. I kind of got it predicted a triple-double. Let's see. Who else said? Let me see. LaMelo 6 turnovers on Borrego eating a burrito. Nah. He might turn the ball over now. I think that the discussion that I'm going to say 27. What's up, man? Also, man, let me know where y'all tuning in from. Let me know where y'all tuning in from. Obviously, I'm picking what is this here? Obviously, I'm picking Melo. I'm picking the Hornets to win. Picking the Hornets to win this game. I'm thinking that we're probably going to get one of these games where this one means something. I feel like that's what we seen with the Laker game is that my dog LaMelo started off kind of pressing and had to really and Borrego was on some BS a little bit. I'm telling you, I think the game plan at the beginning of that game was, yo, Melo, we gonna try to win this one without you. Like I think that's what it looked like to me. And then they realized, my man tuning in from Australia, man, I appreciate that. Let me see. All right. So we got our first guest of the evening. Finna jump in here. You're gonna have to pronounce your name. I got Abdul, and that's a bunch of Roman numerals. What's up, man? How you doing, man? Can we hear you? Hello, say something. I hear the wind there. There you go. What's your name, man?
Hey, my guy, what's up, bro?
Hey, man, it's all love,
all
man.
All the way from Nigeria, bro.
Nigeria. Hey, that's what's up, man. The motherland.
And I feel.
Hey, man, I'm hearing you in and out on me. UK in the building as well. Can y'all hear my man, or is it just me? The UK in the building, man. That's whenever this thing open back up, I'm over in the UK for sure. Sam Bird, yo, from China, England. I appreciate it. Appreciate that. That's a global situation. My man Abdul, what's up? Let me see. D. Roy say, yo, big, I got you up here, blood. Can you hear my guy though? I can't see him. Okay, yeah, we can't hear him. I can't hear him. All right, as long as it ain't just me. But shoot, man. So like I was saying, I think that this is one of those games where I think LaMelo's going to take it personal, right? Obviously, you've seen his hometown versus LeBron. There was already some expectation of it's a clash going in. How do you call in? You hit the link here. I got the link for you. Bam. StreamYard link here. Click that link and you'll be able to join and I'll add you to the screen. It's a home game for him, basically, on multiple fronts, right? Obviously, he played for the Hornets, but it's a game where my dog is going to be in front of. Damn, and it sucks because out west they don't let the fans in right there. In LA they're not letting fans in, and that's advantageous to the Clippers. However, I feel like what we seen from that first game, I think that Pat Bev gonna be on there. It's Kawhi Leonard, And LaMelo will sit here and tell y'all, it don't really matter that who I'm playing against, I'm approaching it the same way. But we all know that you got to bring a different level of intensity at times, right? It's the same way when we see the beef a little bit between LaVar and Michael Jordan. It's a different level of thing because it's MJ. You're not gonna have LaVar just shooting shots at just any old body. You see where he takes Steve Kerr, you the Milli Vanilli. You know what I'm saying? But Steve Curry champion on the multiple different fronts, so I can address you. A lot of these other dudes, it don't even matter. Who we got here, my guy? Dragnoy. How you pronounce your name, my guy?
Wait, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yep, I hear you clear as day.
It's Dragony, but like that's my
Dragging it. Okay,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
that's what's up. Nah,
Cool,
man, how you
cool.
doing? How you doing? What's your thoughts on this game tonight?
Nah, I'm waiting for it to start.
What
You
you
get me?
eating? First off, I can hear you
Pizza.
doing some.
Nah, it's because I haven't ate all day. Like it's pizza.
Okay. Okay. Oh yeah.
It's
That's what it sounds
busting.
like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. So who you got? What you got tonight? What you got on who you think winning the game and what you got the stat line for LaMelo looking like?
Nah, bro, I don't know. Like I just like watching him play.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah. No, I dig that, man. I think that even if you a diehard NBA fan, if you're a casual NBA fan, like there's just something about watching him play that just seemed fun. You know what I mean? I think
Mm-hmm.
that you see the guys on his team seem to engage a different way. You see him out there smiling and chuckling and just having a good time. So when you watch it, it just feels like, man, I'm enjoying myself,
Yeah.
So I dig that, man. I appreciate that about watching them play. And I feel like it's interesting because that right there has made the Hornets must see TV this year in the NBA. So
Mm-hmm.
So I feel that right there. So you've been keeping up with them this whole season?
Yeah. I've been watching your videos. It's kind of weird. I didn't know like I was gonna be talking to you. You know,
Straight up.
like I was
Yeah.
just watching. And I was just hear you talking to me. Like I heard you say Dragon Nice, some the guy like that. I was like, what the?
Straight up. Nah, man.
Yeah.
We used to do this all the time, man, and then I ended up having to stop just on the count I was doing too much streaming the game and all that, and the YouTube, and everybody was like, "Yo, bro, you gotta chill."
Yeah.
All right, so hold on, we got to add somebody else in here to my guy Angel C. What's up, man?
What's up, bro? What's up? I'm calling down from Rhode Island.
Rhode Island. That's what's up.
Yep. So now on basically what I seen, I think today is gonna be a good game. But this is my first year following basketball because I seen Melo. I'm like, oh, this kid's nice. He's Jordan, like he's smart. So kid's nice. I'm like, I bet. So I'm gonna see a whole new era. So right now the only thing is we don't got no big, bro. There's nobody in that. I mean, no disrespect. Zella does his thing some nights. Biombo, you know what I'm saying? He's a vet. But I mean, we need a big because sometimes we just getting bullied. I don't like to see that. But as for that, Melo's dropping buckets. I think, of course, he's streaky, so he's gonna hit and when it counts. I mean, Bridges, we got a good squad, but the Clippers they're solid. You know what I'm saying? They got vets, they got champions on their team, so it's like they're a good team. If we bring it though, if we stay in the game, I think we're good. If we take a big L, I mean, I hate coming back. We're always coming back from 20 points. It's like, stay in the game, stay focused, keep a close game, and then just close out in the fourth. Because what happens is, against the teams in the lower rank, we're in the fourth, we dominate. But against good teams in the fourth, we lose it. So it's like, stay in the game, take a lead into the fourth, and we're 15-0 when that happens.
Yeah.
So
you know what, man? What I feel like is against the lower ranked teams, right? So for everybody, at some point, I feel like Borrego started doing too much, and then he started trying to rely on those bigs a little bit, right? You start trying to slow it down, and then you start to have, like you said, Biombo start getting exposed, Zeller start getting exposed, and then in the fourth quarter, it's like, okay, now let's catch back up. And on them lower ranked teams, we can do it, but when you playing against Utah, Gobert and all of them boys, Denver, it ain't no comeback. You can't transition to it So I think that that's what kills us. I think where we stay into games and it hurts, even with the Laker game. There's a part of that game where the Lakers were trying to pull away, but we were fighting back. It couldn't.
Yeah.
Melo comes out of the game. We slow it down, and we hand it to him on a silver platter. They go up 25, and then we try to do the same thing where we're going to
do it. You can't.
And you can't do it. Yeah.
I mean, I think Borrego's a good coach from what I've seen what he does, but yeah, sometimes I mean, like the bench is deep, but it ain't that deep. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like sometimes you gotta stick with your starters, do what you gotta do, and just you know what I'm saying. Like I don't know. I feel you. I think Melo's crazy, bro. He's crazy. And then everyone who plays with him, they interview after and they're like, wow, all right, yeah, I guess he's right. And then my bad, I gotta mention this though. But yo, the reason I'm a Melo fan, yo, dead ass is excuse my language, is because of his father, LaVar Ball. Like, yo, because I just became a father and I realized, yo, if you are a positive figure in your kid's life and do the best what's for them, it's possible. And that's when I see this kid, I'm like, oh geez, I can see my son. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Because like I said, I'm an old head. I'm 27, so but I never watched basketball. But now I'm watching it. This kid's busting everybody. There's no he's a top. I don't know. I mean, from what I hear, I would say top 5 when I look at it. But top 5, top 10 point guard in the league already.
Yeah.
First year.
I agree with you. Everything you just said. I forgot my man Dragony was in here. Yeah.
Oh, you want me to turn on my camera?
Oh, I mean, if you don't have to if you don't want to, my guy. But yeah, you could if you want to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I would say I agree with you on every point because I think that when it comes to LaVar, he is one of the reasons that even Lonzo got kind of blew up to where he was, right? The promotion and all of that stuff and the brand and all of that kind of escalated his notoriety to the level in which it was. And I think that for me, and I said this in one of my last videos because I got to travel with them a bit and like sit down with him and talk to him and all of that stuff. And he just is that's him, man. He just is that type of dude where he just believe. And he just believed that if he poured into them, like it's going to manifest. And it's so crazy because I think about the same thing because I'm a father as well. And I think like he when they were 4, they started a AAU basketball team. Melo was 4 at the time.
For his kids.
And so for his kids, and that's what I'm saying. Like you want to be able to. You got 3 boys, and I want to have them all play on the same team. I know that random coach down the street is not gonna let my 4-year-old play with 10-year-olds. So I got to start my own team. I know that random, you know what I mean, and we're gonna do that and then build it up. And it start from way back then. I know that they gonna trip, and so I'm gonna start my own league where my boys can play. You know what I mean? I'm gonna start my own thing, and I think that you could take that ownership over some aspects of your kid's life that you normally would give it to somebody else. And I think that that's what I learned from him, man. Is you could send him and let him be coached by old boy, but whatever his thoughts and opinions is get implanted. But if you could take a lot of control over it, then you can do that as well. So
bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. I appreciate your time, bro. I'm gonna cut out.
All right, man. I appreciate you coming in, man. Yep.
Thank you.
For sure. Yep. Man. Nah, that's what's up, man. That's deep right there, man. I'm a big supporter of what my dog LaVar got going on. Somebody getting you a shout out here, Dragony. I'm not saying bro. I promise that I'm the worst with names in the history of broadcasting or whatever. But I think it's deep, man, and it's dope. I think that when you look at the career of Lonzo, LaMelo, and Jello, and even with their opponents, right? So if we talk about these Clippers and we go back to the first night in which Lonzo took the court versus the Clippers, and there was that whole uproar, and Pat Bev is going at him. It shows you the power of LaVar Ball, the fact that his statements, and he don't even play the game, has made an NBA player decide to ramp up his game in in a different way into which he playing so aggressive on the court. So I just think that there's some power in his words that folks need to really to take heed to. But let me see. The Hornets have the toughest second half schedule. They played 12 playoff contenders and 5 elite teams 2 times. The NBA doesn't want them in the playoffs. I believe that. I can see that. I think that what we do see is, and I believe what ended up happening with that, as truthfully, is that the NBA was backloading those games for them because they actually wanted to see if we need to put this on TV or not. Right. So we want our good teams to, if we can open things back up and sell tickets, that's when we want to bring the show through there. You know what I'm saying, with LaMelo. So I feel like it was some of that, but I also feel like, it is tough. It is tough because they are kind of up against it at this point.
Yeah.
So that's tough, man. It's I think tonight is going to be a good game, man. I think it's going to be a good game. I think that what we seen in the second half of that Laker game, when they opened it up and said, you know what, LaMelo, bro, you bring it home for us, and they kind of cleared the way, and he started scoring a bit before he got into foul trouble. I feel like that, to me, should have shown them that, look, this is the blueprint, man. If we're going to be successful, this is what we got to do. And it might happen. You know what I mean? I mean, Ollie E.
I want Israel to get into like the Hornets next year. You get me? Like, I want him to get drafted to the Hornets. Cause him and LaMelo together, game over, bro. Game over.
Who we talking about?
Israel Pacheco.
Break it down for me. Israel Pacheco from where is he from?
Israel. I'll just let's see.
Uh-huh.
No, it's my friend. I'm in a call with him right now, like on the PC.
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
No, I was just messing with you.
I was like, bro, I don't know what you talking
like,
about.
What?
I was like, man, maybe I'm off. Maybe I don't know the culture like I think. No, I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, that's what's up. Let me see. Same here. I wasn't a sports fan at all. Ball family has got me loving this game, this basketball game. Haven't missed the Hornets game yet to see. Bro, if I could be transparent with y'all, that's what I tell you, is that it's not just y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like even this content. So I've been on YouTube for a long time, right? And I kind of go in and out of being inspired to create content and make videos. But there is something about like what they have going that I feel like impacts sports, but then also impacts the culture and people in general. Like when my man just got on here, Angel, and talks about fatherhood and how LaVar has impacted him being a dad in his own personal life. Like, to me, that's what is so entertaining about this. So I'll be talking about Melo and them a ton because it hit me a different way as well, you know? So it's just all love, man. It's a lot of love. What about Cody and Caleb? Bring Jello in Charlotte. Evening from London. What's up, man? Here's my thoughts on the Martin guys, right? Is I think that they have spots, right? Obviously, if you're in the NBA, you can hoop, but I think what's difficult is that most guys get to the NBA because you can do a thing well, right? Not everybody is like LaMelo, where you're going to lead all rookies in rebounds and points, assists, and steals, and you kind of can just, it don't matter where you put me, I'm going to do that well. I think what happens with folks on this Hornets team is that they get out of their role. So you start to see these different dudes try to facilitate in the same way that Melo facilitates, and they can't do it. And then the ball move around a bit, but nobody wants to shoot it, or everybody's shooting it, or they shooting it too quick, and it just looks like a bit of a shit show. And then you bring LaMelo in, and he does runs the same play, pushes it the same way, pick and roll, drop it off, and it just works. And I think that these Martin guys, they get caught up in, oh, he did that, I could do it too. Let me show you. And then they go to try to run the pick and roll and throw it off somebody's feet, throw the ball out of bounds, do something crazy like that, come down and spin and kick it, and it just looks crazy. And I feel like at times you see different guys on the Hornets try to do that, and it doesn't work. Malik Monk is an ultimate scorer. He can put the ball in the bucket at will, but then there's moments where he start trying to facilitate too much, and then there's errors. Malik, we gonna get you the ball. You're going to score. Don't worry about it. But you ain't got to rush the ball up court just to stop it and then try to let us get you a shot. You know what I'm saying? I think you got guys who really get into that. Where, like I said, the Miles Bridges understands, bro. I'm throwing that. He gonna give me the lob. All I got to do is run. Terry Rozier, I'm a spot up shooter. All you gonna do, you're gonna get me the ball and I'm gonna knock it down. And I feel like they thrive in that situation. And then once it's in time, that time of the game, you have created a situation where Terry Rozier can be so clutch because you got to now be worried about everybody on the court because Melo done got everybody. Miles Bridges done knocked down threes because he wide open. Malik Monk is knocking down threes because Melo done got on the ball. Rozier, Gordon Hayward, everybody a threat on the court. Now at the end of the game, when it's clutch time, it's one-on-one with whoever got the ball because we know that all of y'all is hot right now. And I think that's where you lose with these Martin twins and those guys is they don't understand that if they let the game come to them, then it's going to hit that like that. Man, water flow, man, appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? It's real, man. I love bringing this content to y'all, man, and I love engaging with y'all like this as well, man. Let me throw the StreamYard link back in here. If somebody want to jump on, we still got some time to have some conversation and all that stuff. So let me hit that pace for y'all. Boom. All right, let's see. Jello is a beast. So let me, and I talked about this in my video where we talked about Zoe, Melo, and Jello. And I'm gonna tell y'all this. Jello is a beast for sure. I think it's so interesting to me though, is because I don't know what his game looks like at this moment. And I think that the truth is nobody does. The last time we watched Jello play, he was on one leg. He was hurt. I'm telling you, I seen his ankle. His ankle was literally this big. You know what I'm saying? And he was just icing. He wasn't even practicing. Now you got Jello on two legs. You know what I mean? And so he could be immaculate. He could be whatever you thought you seen from him last, it could be on another level. All right, we got some other folks jumping in here, man. We got let me see, we got Grady here, and then we got Lex in the building.
AB?
What's happening? What's happening?
What's good, AB?
Oh, we got one more. I'm good. How y'all doing?
Good. I just want to say real quick, man, I dig your content, man. I always like after the games, you hitting us with that fire, man. Especially I'm on that Melo train, been on that Melo train for quite a while now, and I'm just digging it, man. I'm hoping to see him just go off tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I'm with it too, man. I think that this is gonna be a good game for him. This is one of those like, if you go off tonight versus the Clippers, then like even a little bit of chatter of like maybe somebody else is hooping rookie of the year talk, like, it's over. You know what I'm saying after tonight. So I'm hyped about tonight's game. Let me see. We got a few different other folks. Grady, man, is it Grady or Grady? Because
Grady.
Grady, what's up, Grady? How you doing?
Yeah, man. I'm a big fan of the Ball family, man, from the UK. You know what? I never liked basketball. You know, I wasn't a big fan because I was a big fan of soccer. But until I saw the whole thing about LaVar and stuff, like I started falling in love with basketball and NBA and stuff. So that was like a great introduction with me with like Lonzo and Jello and Melo and stuff. So yeah, man, that got me into the game now, and I love it, especially with your videos and with how the JBA and like the whole USA tour, especially with the London Lives, because me coming from the UK, like following the whole thing, like it got me more interested in the sport. So yeah, I appreciate the content and everything, man.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Were you able to go to the game when they played over there in London? Either one of the games?
Unfortunately, not, because I think I had work at that day. So I was gonna buy a ticket if I was free. So, but definitely I watched it on I think live as well. So it was all good.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's what's up,
I
man.
wanted to get your thoughts on them. I wanted to get your thoughts on the Jello London Lions thing. What's your
Man,
take on that?
I would love to see Jello play for the London Lions. You know what I'm saying? I think that it's London, first of all, which is one of the most traveled to cities in the world. And also shout out to Ray from LA. He just jumped in here. But it's London. So you've got a lot of different culture there. You got a lot of things to experience. It's not like a super culture shock from here in the United States. You know what I'm saying? They got the same level of like entertainment, the same level of like systematic oppression, and you know what I mean. Like everything, all of that stuff is over there. It's here and here, so you ain't missing a beat if you go over that way. So I would love to see him play there. I think that they have some history. Coach, I talked about this a while ago, man. There was a plan if for LaVar to even be part owner of the London Lions at one time, right? So that's why you got so much synergy between them and playing and stuff, is because they wanted to have that happen. So I think it would be dope, even with you seeing the London Lions and the move to the BBL and then kind of upgrading into where they are into different levels of European basketball. So I feel like with that, it's even a good look for him to be able to play and then kind of show folks that he can hoop. You know what I mean? So I think it'd be dope. Ray from LA, man, how you doing? What's up? Ray, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I'm hearing like a backfeed, bro. Is it something on my end?
It might be because I don't hear it.
Yeah, it's got to be your end.
Give me a second, bro. I'm putting my headphones on. My bad.
Okay,
hey, real quick. So while he's fixing that, I got a question for you, man. What do we think? We think we need a new coach?
Man, you know, it's hard. It's hard to call it because at moments, Borrego looked like a genius. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes,
he do.
And then at other times, it looked like, bro, what you doing too much. I feel like at some points when he just let them play, it's like, yo, you such a smart coach for utilizing the talent that you have in the way you do. Then when he tried to put his fingerprints on the game, then it looked like, bro, you a bad coach because now you're doing too much. You know what I mean?
I like what you said about him trying to play chess too much. Like he don't let cats just sit and play. He's constantly subbing and subbing and subbing. And LaMelo just sit. LaMelo need time under pressure. He need them reps.
Yes,
exactly. That's what I've been like trying to say. I couldn't have like worded it better.
Mm-hmm. I think that's what you get with and it's tough because I feel like people, the way that folks have talked about LaMelo is we didn't know he would be this good, right? We didn't even know he was in Australia, he was doing JBA, so we didn't understand what type of like preparedness he would come into the game with. Then you couple that with COVID, shortened off season, all of this stuff. So I feel like a lot of them probably for any other rookie did the right thing by thinking like we need to bring you along slow, right? But you got to do your due diligence to understand like it is not any other rookie, you know. You got to throw him in that fire and let him get that. But anybody else, the Trey Youngs, the Luka Doncic's, guys who came before this, they got thrown into that fire. Anthony Edwards right now that they got their whole coaching situation figured out, he's getting thrown in that fire, and you starting to see that team, or you at least starting to see another level from him as well. So I'm not sure, man. I don't think that, at least I don't think we need a new coach like right now. Like we need to make a change in the middle of this season. I think that, you know what I mean, and maybe at the end of the season, depending on how, if he fumbled the bag in the playoffs or in that play-in game, if we end up in that situation, then I feel like we might need to make some changes.
Nah, I feel you.
Mm-hmm. But no, I think what anybody else got a Borrego take? How y'all feeling about him? Everybody love Borrego.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of him, to be honest, man. Just let Melo express himself, man. For real. You know, he's one of those once in a lifetime players, I'd say, in this organization. So you gotta just let him express himself because he has that flair. He could just help the whole squad and just like take a W, man, for sure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
you know who
I
made
don't know,
me feel
man.
some type of way?
He's just he.
Hayward during the Laker game, man. He made me feel some type of way, man.
Yeah. He started doing too much. He started trying to facilitate and trying to play a different role that we don't need him to do, right? He be a scorer, Hayward. Let us get you the ball to score. You know what I mean? You ain't got to dribble it up and then try to score on your own.
Yeah.
We got news.
Hey, AB.
Hey, what's happening, man?
What's up? Yo, I love your show, man. I'm always right into your show, man, because, I mean, you're on point from the beginning of the season. I mean, I've been watching LaMelo since he was in high school. I knew he was going to be the truth. But a couple things. You asked about Coach Borrego. I think the reason why Coach Borrego didn't want to play LaMelo at the beginning of the season is because he wanted, to take care of Devontae Graham, of course. And I think he likes playing rookies. That's the reason why Nick Richards and Carey isn't getting playing time. Those guys, I think Richards will kill with LaMelo because LaMelo throws oops all the time, and that guy has the ability to catch them. So he's long, he's lanky. Like for next year, I want Allen from Cleveland to get onto Charlotte because I'm telling you, if LaMelo gets the type of players where like they could go up and get the ball, the dude would be averaging 12 assists a game. Now, I love LaMelo. I mean, his scoring, everything about him offensively is amazing. When he was coming off the bench initially at the beginning of the year, I was a little upset when he hit that triple-double and Borrego didn't start playing him. But, I mean, there was a couple things he did need to improve on. His defense, he still ball watches just a little bit too much, on defense. I mean, when he's engaged on defense, he's solid, but yeah, I love LaMelo, man. The only reason I watch the NBA is because, I'm a huge basketball fan and, like, it's gotten soft and people were, like, being selfish. It's all about individual ball. He's brought back making his teammates better. So that's my little take to it. Hopefully, I mean, you guys agree or, if you don't, let me know.
Nah, I agree with you. I feel like Borrego at the beginning of the season was definitely looking out for Devontae Graham, right? It's a contract year. They're trying to get him right. But I think that where he messed up is now Devontae Graham coming off the bench looked like he deserved a bag from somewhere. Like he's shooting the lights out right now. And I think that you putting him as a starter with LaMelo on his back just created too much pressure for him. And at the beginning of the season, he was stinking it up. Right. And I think that he was crumbling underneath that pressure. Now off the bench, it ain't no pressure. All I got to do is hoop. I'm actually chasing LaMelo at this point. And then when you put us on the court together, it's easier for me to do what I got to do. And he's thriving right now. So I think hopefully after this, he realized, I'm actually feeding and helping Devontae Graham get it back because he looks like a real player right now.
No, for sure. And you know what's killing me is that, like, we could all see it at the beginning of the season when he was playing Graham and he was also playing Rozier. Like, literally, they were too short. I mean, in starting LaMelo Ball, he's balanced out the lineup completely. LaMelo could play taller guards. Terry could stay on the shorter, faster guards. I mean, it's made the team so much better. Now, I don't understand, like, literally why he keeps putting PJ Washington at the 5. I'm sorry. They lost the 2 games in Toronto because they were too short. If anyone watched that game, they were way too short. Like, they were getting a second, third, fourth rebounds. It's killing me, man. This team could be so much better. And I'm not knocking Coach Borrego because I actually think he's a really good X's and O's coach. I just don't think he's a really good personnel coach. Like, he doesn't get how to make his lineups. That's the reason why the Martins get all the playing time. Not saying that the Martins are horrible. Their defense is solid, I mean, they could hit a timely shot, but it's still, you know what? If he ran the offense through LaMelo, oh my gosh, how good would this team be, guys? Tell me if I'm wrong, please, because I've been I'm screaming at the television as I'm watching this.
No, you're right. I see it too, man. I think that everybody see that in when you watch games where there's a portion of the game where they're like, all right, LaMelo, we need you. They look just better as a team in general. You know what I'm saying? Ray from LA, is you squared away now?
My bad, bro. I'm not an engineer. This is my first situation on the YouTube joint. I do the Zoom joints with work and everything, but I come on here on what I love. I hear people on here talking what I love, and I can't even get on because I'm so excited. But no, I'm good. I'm good now. I'm good now. But just real quick, AB, just want to say, yeah, appreciate your channel, man. Actually, just got up on you this afternoon. But again, this is obviously a passion. This is something that we all love that's sitting here. But I just want to talk about real quick this narrative, and everybody can jump in on it and give me your thoughts. This whole narrative about LaVar. First of all, the dad. We all know black daddies. They gonna say we the best. I could beat Jordan. That's what they do. That's how they get down in the hood, right? That's just what they do. And I love LaVar. So smart. It's all marketing. And then we all heard that he chopped it up with Magic, right? Magic hit him like, yo. That's what he do, right? Okay, so that's number one. Number two is this whole thing about Melo playing up, and that's why he's dope. Man, stop it. Melo is dope because he dope. You know how many cats in the hood played up? I played up, and you know where I played at in college? I played Division II in college, and I played up since I was 7 years old as well. So I'm just saying, get a dude his flowers, as we like to say. Get a young dude his flowers. And he even said, I think, because that's a narrative, I think his daddy is pushing whatever. So the young kids can come play for his daddy, and I ain't mad at him, right? But at the end of that, this whole thing about Melo played up, and that's why he's dope. I just want, those of us who know basketball, like, come on. We all got homies, we got cousins, we got nephews that played up. Melo is sweet. If he played up, he'd be sweet. If he played in his same grade, he'd be, he'd be sweet as well. That's all. I just wanted to throw that in there, man. That's it. And then I'm right here in LA. I watched the dude grow up. I'm looking at him. He in the ninth grade playing with his brother. It was sweet. It was like, man, that would be awesome if I had brothers I could play with. You know what I'm saying? And then you see him he in a sixth grade killing ninth graders, killing 10th graders. But again, if he was playing against, the same talent, he still would be doing the same thing. Let's get away from this narrative that he played up and that's why he's dope. That's all I'm saying. I don't think anybody ever, you know what I'm saying, went that way on it. Like he was gonna be dope regardless, because we all got homies, we got friends that play up, and they ain't as dope as him.
But what the good thing is,
that's all we're
to kind of comment on what you're saying as far as playing up.
Yes, sir, Lex.
The biggest thing is though, when you play up, you get so much better experience, and a lot of people don't want to play up because they're scared. They like to be a big fish in a small pond. But for what to play up like that, it takes so much more. You have to rise that challenge. So, I'm always a big, especially with you in LA. You got so many cities and stuff like that around LA. You can be a track star out there at Kern County. But when you come to LA, it's different. You're playing up to an area like that. You know what I mean? So
for sure. Again,
I absolutely understand what you're saying.
Right. And I totally get what you're saying. But again, like you said, it's a gang of people that played up, and they ain't come out like LaMelo Ball. Right. You feel me? And it does take the courage to go do that and whatnot. I've been hearing a lot of this stuff, and again, I don't know, is his daddy? He's a marketing genius. That's all. Give I'm saying, let agree to that. He's a marketing genius. But again, LaMelo Ball played up. Now LaVar want to start a league, and he want the young kids to play. Right, like we talked about, he started his own league because the 4-year-olds, like you were saying, AB earlier, he wanted his 5-year-olds to play against the 9-year-olds, but down the street they won't let him, which they didn't. So he started his own joint. So now, come on now, like we looking at you, LaVar, and we love you. We love the marketing. The marketing is have your son come play with me and play up, because look what my son did. Even though my son was gonna be dope regardless if he played up or not. That's all I'm saying. That's all.
Here, I was go ahead.
Thanks, AB. So a couple things on that. So in regards to LaMelo skills, I haven't seen this level passing. I mean, Lonzo is great. I'm not knocking him. I haven't seen this level passing since J Kidd. Like it's the way the court is J Kidd-esque. And honestly, like he's amazing. Now when it comes to his dad is an unbelievable father. He trained his son to be a basketball player, like literally, and he was engaged in his life. I hate how the media knocks LaVar when he's an amazing African American father who is, you're right, a marketing genius all the way. Like literally, Lonzo went number 2, and Lonzo is, I think Lonzo, and I usually post. I think Lonzo is LaMelo Ball, but he's just a little bit too passive. If he just showed that, he would be LaMelo. They are so even. But the thing is, he defers, and the reason he defers is because when he was on the LA Lakers, you know what? When he came in with so much hype, and he was trying to acclimate to the team. And Brandon Ingram wanted to show he was the man, and everybody else wanted to show he was the man. And Lonzo doesn't have that personality where he's like, I'm not.
Brown was there.
I'm not going to take it. So that's why I would love to see Lonzo on the same team as LaMelo, because I'm telling you right now, they will bring out the best in each other. And honestly, LaVar has been right so far. Throw Jello on. Let's see where
this is beautiful. Let me tell you something. In my opinion, fam, it's a beautiful story, regardless what happens. Like, I don't know if y'all heard Melo did an interview maybe a couple weeks ago. They was asking about money or something, and the young cat said, I don't spend my NBA money.
I know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Like, and I'm looking at this cat like, man, this dude, look, it's like I'm 40, I'm about to be 45 in April. Like, I hooped in high school, and then I played at Mir. My best friend today, I called him up on the phone right now, is Jacques Vaughn. Like, I played behind him through high school. Y'all know Jacques Vaughn. Steve Nash, whatever. Okay, so that's my boy, right? So basketball, you ain't got to talk about, like, Jacques Vaughn, that's my dude. 5'10", played 12 years, got a ring with the Spurs, 4.0, all of that stuff. Okay, so that's my basketball background, right? That's kind of where I come from. Where I'm going with this is when I seen Melo say that, I was like, he already won. Like, people don't understand. The Ball family has already won.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, skipping him, hating on LaVar. Like, what are you talking about? First of all, like we talked, let's get back to the main situation. The daddy, great daddy. He raised 3 boys. Amazing. Okay, Jello did his little whatever. Okay, that happens. Whatever. Let's move past that and look at all the positives.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Great daddy, great story, great American story. And that's what America, you know what I'm saying? That's what this America supposed to be all about, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's my thing too, man. Like,
I feel like I always say this, right? It's so crazy to me when I listen to the media like bash their situation, because it's such an easy story to make it an American dream positive story. You got to like really want to make him seem crazy when like everybody in America is hoping to do what he just did. You know what I mean? Right. And for you to be like, yo, he doing too much. He too involved. He on the high school coach head. He over in Lithuania with him. You know what I mean? Like, who wouldn't, if I got a 16-year-old going across the water to play basketball and I'm going to just send him over there by himself, I'm coming too. You know what I mean? And I want to be in a position to come to, right? Some of us
AB, check it.
Check it. There, but we can't.
AB, real quick. And if I don't come, I'm a deadbeat daddy.
That's what I'm saying.
So which one you want? Like, which narrative do you want?
Hey,
exactly.
So AB, I'm gonna give you like props when you posted this video about like Skip and finally recognizing LaMelo. Yo, I was driving back from work and I was just like, finally, somebody's saying it. The mainstream media is finally recognizing, he's gonna be a rookie of the year. I see Anthony Edwards trying to come on, but still, like, between LaMelo and Anthony, I tell all my coaches, LaMelo makes his teammates better, whereas Anthony Edwards is a scorer. And he's improving the team, but he's not that dynamic effect on his teammates. Like, literally, you could see it. And AB, you're right on the money when you say that. So at the beginning of the season, if you saw when LaMelo would pass like a gorgeous pass, everybody would try to do it as well. And a lot of people didn't want to give LaMelo the ball initially, at the beginning of the season, because you know what? They didn't want this rookie coming in, getting the pub. He has turned his whole team around. Like, every time they're rebounding the ball, they're looking for him now. passer because they understand his special gift, which is passing. His jumper is going to come on. I'm telling you right now, you compare him to any superstar at the rookie year to their 5th year. LaMelo is better than James Harden shooting right now. He's better than Kyrie Irving shooting right now as a rookie. Like, look, LaMelo, you're not going to be able to.
But he can't shoot. No, he can't shoot though. He can't shoot.
You know what? And I'll say this. And this is earlier Ray, you was talking about the playing up thing, right? And I think that like people simplify it to playing up and make that seem like where you got it from. But I think it's so many different other factors, right? If you look at who he played with in high school, he played up, but he was on the team with the 2nd overall pick and the 6th overall pick. And then we got a Jello who was leading the state of California scoring at the time.
Don't forget our LA boy, Eli Scott at Loyola Marymount.
Exactly. Eli Scott. So he was playing, he has always played up with guys who are talented. You know what I mean? So that just elevates the game in a bit there. But then also what I feel like a lot of people don't give credit to is the system. So when that system that they were playing with,
that's true,
unlocked a lot of stuff for them. So you got a guy who is 12 playing against 18-year-olds and he playing 40 minutes. You know what I'm saying? That's something else that he ain't getting subbed out. He playing the entire game with those guys. But then with that, the system is allowing him to get a shot off, right? He down there with the cherry picking or whatnot, but he in the corner dropping the 3. He driving to the lane, getting the floater. He got Melo and all these. So I think that it's the play up, but man, it also has a lot to do with who he was playing up with. And I think
that's a dope point. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, AB, that is a dope point. It's not just playing up, but like you said, to your point, playing up specifically to where he was playing up. Yeah.
And this is what I'll say too, man. It carries over to right now in the NBA, right? When you talk about how he make all his teammates better, and you got NBA players who all got egos, who was like, I'm not gonna pass you the ball. But he's been playing with the number 2 overall pick, number 6 overall pick. So with Jello, who was shooting 50 shots a game and commanding the respect, Eli Scott. So I feel like even that bit of confidence that he has, like they feel it, and they like, you know what, bro, you know what you're talking about. Let me do that. Let me let you handle this and run the show for a little bit. So
And the beautiful thing too, just to put a kind of cherry on top of what you're saying, AB, is back to what I was saying. Melo already won. Like him playing the game the way he's playing the game right now is so sincere, right? It's so sincere, it's so genuine. Right. And I think a lot of them do, like you said, you talk about Terry and Gordon and them cats. They realize like, yo, this dude is like real. He just loved the game. Like, because again, he already won. This little cat is on Facebook. Daddy got chips, brother got chips. We already won. I'm just trying to play the game the right way. And I want y'all to come with me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all come with me. It's genuine, it's sincere. This is how I love the game, and this is how the game should be played. And I don't know if y'all noticed, since he been starting, I don't know if y'all know, PJ get the rebound. Well, he do a long pass. You know, somebody else get the rebound. Now everybody want to do the long pass, right? It's contagious. It's contagious, and it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. Yeah. Like I said, because I've been watching the dude since he was literally like 12 years old out here. And I was like, oh man, that little dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, he completely makes his team better. You know what's crazy? Yeah. It comes to the media now recognizing how great he is, being slow to get on him. When he went up against Zion Williamson in high school, the dude Zion in a game in high school in which he went point for point with him. You know, like, how do you not?
That game was lit. I think it was in Vegas, right?
Yeah.
Vegas, AAU. Yeah, that game was lit.
He was only 5'10" at the time, so I'm like, if it's Lonzo's size, it's over. You know, and I mean, fast forward to now, he's 6'7", you know, and just kill him, you know. I mean,
real quick. You talk about size. I don't know if anybody's seen it, but when Bron dapped him last night or a night before last, I didn't realize how big he was. Like, he big as Bron. Did y'all notice that?
I didn't know.
I realized how big he was. He dapped Bron after the game, and I was like, Wait, the curlies is right at like Bron's little, hairline. I
Yeah.
was like, yo,
Hey, I feel like it's crazy, man. I don't think nobody expected any of that. I remember at the beginning of the season, they asked Gordon Hayward, "What's the most surprising thing about Melo?" And he said, "I didn't know he was that big.
Yeah.
He legit 6'6", 6'7". Like, you know what I mean?" So,
right.
I feel like it's so crazy to me how you could be, like you talked about, got an own TV show, millions of followers,
Crazy.
all of this stuff, and there's so many people like, I ain't even know. Where'd it come from? How?
Exactly.
Hey, that's
They
the
got
thing about it. Hey, guys, I'm gonna start something. I mean, I didn't want to do it, but I was gonna wait until you posted a video about this. I love how they were comparing Cade Cunningham being better than Lonzo. I mean, LaMelo.
okay.
Man, he doesn't have he doesn't have his skill set. You know,
Clickbait.
so to me, Cade Cunningham is like he's like a Brandon Roy, right? You know, like, I mean, he plays exactly like Brandon Roy. Like,
Grant Hill.
he is not a pure point guard. You know, so I'm starting something right now. I had to be that guy, but LaMelo is the truth, and he's a once in a generation talent when it comes to the PG position, and he's about to enter the NBA. When I saw a video, I forget who was talking about it, but somebody was asking, is LaMelo going to be the face of the NBA? And Jay Will was like, nah. I'm like, Jay Will, you don't know. If you can't recognize the talent, you were a good point guard for the cycle act. I mean, not even on as a rookie, coming out. So you were the number two pick, So, I'm watching Charlotte. That's my team now because LaMelo is on the team, dude, because like I recognize real, and that kid's talented completely. Easy.
Mm-hmm.
No, Melo is box office, no doubt about it. Like Stephen A. said, he box office, man. He's fun to watch. And he played the game the right way. Like you said back in the day, like J Kidd could have 2 points, 13 rebounds, 13 assists. MVP player of the game. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful to watch, man. Especially coming from me. I played the point guard. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm speaking from a point guard perspective. You know what I'm saying? I wish I was 6'9", but no, from a point guard perspective. Yeah.
No, I think when you start talking to Cade Cunningham, a LaMelo Ball conversation, I feel like what makes that hard is does Cade do anything that is like generational, like we never seen before? You know what I'm saying? When folks talk about LaMelo's game, they have its aspects to it that they like. There's not anybody else in the NBA who passes the way he passes. You know what I mean?
No.
And so I think that
and AB, he been doing it. I've been watching him since he was 12, bro. He doing the same. Y'all seen the turnaround three? Right. Y'all seen the turnaround three when he pump fake and then turned around one and hit the three? Right. But did you see the split screen when they showed that he did it like in the 9th grade? You know what I'm saying? He did the same thing as dude in 9th grade, bro. Like he pump faked it and spun like the wrong way and hit the three. It was crazy. So you talk about generational. It was like he been doing it, and like you said, we ain't seen it. And like I said, I've been fortunate enough to be able to watch the young brother since he was young, and I seen that clip, and I was like, man, I remember seeing that dude. I was like, yeah, that's exactly what he did, and he just did the same thing in the league. Pump fake, old boy flew by, did a little flyby, spun around, hit the three. That's generational stuff. That's generational talent. Man, this dude is special. He's special. Let me let y'all know. I got 3 fantasy teams this year because I was thirsting. My basketball was thirsting since we didn't have our tournament last year. I got 3 fantasy teams. I took LeBron first on all 3 and Melo second on all 3.
I like it. Yeah, he's on my team as well. But
I picked him second on all 3 of my teams.
I just what, maybe. Ray, I just love how the first game of the season he didn't score any points, and they were already trying to say that he's not as good as he shouldn't be on the NBA level. He was overhyped, and look at what he's doing now. Literally, just amazing. He's just showing off his talent. His talent is for passing is elite. His shooting is really, really good. His rebounding is really, really good. And honestly, he makes his teammates better. That's huge. Yeah. And he's fun to watch. Like that's the thing. Yeah, it's so much more fun when you're playing as a team than it is when it's individual ball. And he's brought it back where like I stopped watching the NBA because it was just selfish players, and now I'm just like, that's the style of ball I played growing up, you know. So
Yeah, no, I agree, Ben. I feel
I agree too.
comfortable if I can watch the Hornets. You know what I'm saying? Like I love LeBron. First of all, when he was in Cleveland, for some reason when he went to LA, it just felt like then it just turned into way too much LeBron, right?
yeah,
So when he was in Cleveland, you got the media. They would kind of talk LeBron. They would talk, you know what I mean? The Lakers when Zoe was there before LeBron, you know what I mean? They kind of talked about a little bit of everybody. Now it's just like LeBron in LA, that's a double whammy. Let's just go there. And so it kind of turned me off on you know, outside of the championship, the playoffs, the finals, like it just is watered down, like none of it matters. And I feel like what we're getting from LaMelo night in, night out, and I think it is because it's this Hornets team who is playing better than expected, you know what I mean? In a league where we almost already know who's going to play in the championship game. Everybody else can start the season and be like, it's the Lakers, it's the Nets. You know what I mean? We might as well just play that right now. It feels like there's something else happening that is just as entertaining and just as exciting in like where people describe Melo game is you just don't know what he's going to do. You know what I mean? And where you know it.
Can you imagine that? AB, can you imagine that 8-1? Nets Charlotte?
8-1.
Can you imagine that?
Can
you imagine that 8-1 possibly?
Yeah.
I mean, the possibility of it, like the entertainment value of it. And we know Melo ain't gonna be scared at the moment.
Yeah.
But with that, I was already thinking like possibly because right now, I think they're like 5 right now, but you never know with the East, you know, from like 4 to 10, I think it's like 3 games. But you know what I'm saying? Imagine like 1-8 if it's Brooklyn and Charlotte. Like that, that'd just be entertainment. And again, we know Melo ain't afraid of the moment at all.
No,
we know he's not afraid of the moment.
You're a beast.
We know that he's going to get better every one of those games as well. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, if you look at Jordan, well, his first couple years in the playoffs, he make it and then get swept right out of the first round. So if he so happened that he get there and he go up against Brooklyn, Kyrie, James Harden, and KD and get wiped out, like we know that it ain't the end all be all because we done seen the greatest player all time deal with that early on. And
I'm so glad you said that, man, because people be forgetting that narrative. They be forgetting that when they be talking about Bron and MJ. Y'all don't realize MJ got swept up to playoffs, which nobody remembers that.
Great.
He got swept. I'm just throwing that out there, man.
If we put it out, Bron is better than MJ. That's not even the conversation. We already know who's the best. But LaMelo's on that path.
I'm talking about for that specific point. That specific point in regards to the playoffs. Yes.
Hold on, we got Jay from the UK in here.
What's up, fellas?
Yo, how's it going, man?
Good.
UK, what's up, bro?
Yeah, doing good. I wanted to talk about the importance of JJ in LaMelo's life because, as LaVar stressed many times, he's an extension of LaVar. So all those things that he's taught him, you know, growing up, he's able to keep him on the straight and narrow, so to speak, because you think about how many players have we heard, they get into the NBA, first thing they do with, you know, a couple of checks, they're spending all the money, they're going crazy. But as we've seen with the Facebook show, there's various things he's been exposed to through his life. And with all those things, whether it's the Lamborghini, whether it's the big house, whether it's money, his dad has been able to, well, both of them, the mother and the father, is been able to keep them grounded and to say, look, money's just a tool. That's all it is. You know what I mean? You can buy more things, etc., but it's just a tool. Keep on your purpose. And you can see it with Lonzo, you can see it with, obviously, Jello and Melo. And one thing you were talking about with regards to, I can't remember who said it, somebody was talking about Lonzo being passive. If you go back to his college years and watch him, he's got that aggression. When he's free to roam, when he has the ball, I think you said it, AB. When he has the ball in his hands and he's able to just do his thing, it gets aggressive, he gets super confident. But when he got to LA, this like taking him in, taking him out, you know, stunted his growth because you couldn't get in the rhythm. And the same with kind of Melo a little bit, but it's like Melo just forced the issue. He basically, to me, he's like he was saying, okay, you're going to give me 5 minutes here. I'm just going to go all out in those 5 minutes or all out in those. So you literally put him into a situation now where Borrego cannot bench him because even I think if you watch the last game, even the announcers on the LA side were saying, "Oh, we think Melo's going to come in." And I was watching it, I was thinking, "What are you doing? The man should be. It's an important point of the game." So I've heard people talk it many times. It's like a game within the game. It's like they don't want to admit that LaVar is right. All these things that are happening to Lonzo and Melo, it's nothing to do with them because they've got the talent. It's because if they let's say they let Lonzo just ball out and they let Melo ball out, they're admitting that LaVar is right, and we know he's right. You know what I mean? When they let him play, we can see it because he knows his sons. He's told us many times, let them play. You know what I mean? Obviously, they're going to get
Jay,
time
you're
limits.
right. Yes,
let them play. But
LaVar used to tell Luke Walton that, right? Let my boy let him go. He's 19. Let him go.
Exactly, and it's I find it quite funny when they brought LaVar onto, I think it was FS1, and Skip had to say first thing, "You said this years ago. You told us about Magic. You told us about this. You told us about that. You told us about your son, and you were right." And he was like, "I don't know what to tell you. Just
first time I
him.
ever seen Skip give somebody their flowers. First time ever.
Yeah. But the thing is, right? The impression I get is Shannon and Skip, they really love LaVar, but because they're on FS1, they have to put out a certain narrative. You know what I mean? I think generally, if they were just out on the street and they won't be talking like that with LaVar. You know what I mean? They won't put that narrative because they're free to be able to talk how they want to talk. But in these sort of media spaces, they've got a narrative that they're just basically saying, "Look, we want you to talk, ask him these questions or direct the conversation to these." But I think it's one thing I'm really happy about is Melo hasn't given these major, ESPN like an exclusive interview, and I hope he doesn't because of the disrespect to his. I mean, if it was me, if I was a father and I had my son in the NBA, first thing I'd be telling him, do not reward them with interviews the way they disrespected me as a father and your family. Heck no.
Jay, I'm so good. Can I just interject real quick, AB?
Yeah, sure.
Jay, based on what Jay just said, have y'all seen the interviews that Melo be given? He keep it real. He keep it 100. He keep it short, and he keep it detailed. And I think, to Jay's point, I think that is planned. I think that is from his daddy.
Yeah, and the thing I love, because he even says in the Bible, honor your father and your mother. He naturally does that, and you can tell. There's some interviews where they're like, they even tried to do it last time, where he was like, "Oh, so who do you look up to?" And he's like, "My father," instantly.
My daddy.
And you could tell. I could just tell, like,
that's when they asked about LeBron.
It's like he doesn't. The thing again,
it's beautiful.
The thing I like about it, obviously, he plays basketball. He respects players, but he doesn't worship them. That's what the media want. That's why I heard it on various shows. I watched and I listened to the language. And after the interview where he said, "Oh, I'm not really, I'm not really too bothered. You know what I mean? I'm going to play, etc., against LeBron." And you could tell they were all shocked. "Oh my gosh, he's not worshiping LeBron. What's going on?"
And that was a whole headline.
It's like, look, Melo is a basketball player. LeBron is a basketball player. They both can dribble, shoot, etc. The only difference is LeBron is a champion and he's got more experience.
Yeah.
If I was my son, I would teach him the same thing. Do not worship these players. Go at them like they're going to go at you. Respect them, but don't worship them and kowtow to them. You're on the same court as them.
And I'll say this. I will tell you two things from what you said. One, with the LaVar situation in the media, I feel like it's hard for them to give him his flowers because I think at the beginning they were so caught up in it, they were pumping him up, but they didn't realize that. I feel like with most people, you give them that shine and then they just take it and they so happy to be on TV and that's all it is. He was taking the shine and the headlines that they was giving him and turning it into a business. and creating power with it.
And
they
it
were
came
like,
to fruition. And it actually
they were
came
like,
to fruition
yeah,
for an African American brother.
Yeah,
exactly. And they
I
realized,
think they
yo, we got to
underestimated.
slow down.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm saying.
They underestimated LaVar because you could tell from day one he was like, we're not doing it the old way. It's ownership all the way. Ownership. And they were like, hold on a sec. Oh, whoa, what's going on here? You know, he's not going through the college route. He's not
the usual channels, right? The traditional channels. Yeah.
And what is the American dream or any sort of first world country dream? It's ownership. But they're trying to keep that away. And I think this is it's the first time I've seen, I've been watching NBA for years. It's the first time I've seen a father have that media attention and then just be unapologetic about this, my sons, they're amazing. And if they say, oh, well, I don't care what you say. I know what they're about. I know the work they've put in. There's nothing you can say about it. And now they're eating crow, so to speak, because I'm sure you guys have seen it when Melo was growing up and he was over in Australia. They were dissing him then. And I was watching the games. I was like, this guy is blatantly could be number one pick. Easy. He was just smoking people, even though we're losing talent-wise, no question. But they were saying, oh, yeah, he's playing in this league. Men who have to earn a living. And you think they're not going to play hard against the guy. And he was smoking them. You know what I mean?
So, Jay, I don't mean it, but there's a couple things that I was the one who actually mentioned the passivity between Lonzo to LaMelo's aggressiveness.
Yeah.
And here's a defining fact of why I said that comment. When they were interviewing LaMelo and Lonzo, and they asked for their top 5 NBA players of all time, who did LaMelo put in the PG position?
Oh, yes. Yeah. I remember that interview. Yeah. He put him. Yeah.
That's
who he put in there. I don't remember.
He put himself.
He put himself.
Wow. I didn't see that, bro. That's dope. I did not see that. That's what's up. That's Melo. I didn't see that.
PG. I think it was like Magic, but I mean that's the difference between those two. It's just
you got the point. Yeah.
What's up?
I'll say to you, I've always said this too, right? And then for some folks, it's controversial, but it's not. It's just, I think that one of the biggest differences between them two is, and this is what I was saying when folks was asking me about LaMelo and which team I felt like he would do the best on when he got drafted, between Golden State, the Timberwolves, and Charlotte. And I was saying that LaMelo is the type of guy who it don't matter what team you put him on.
Yeah,
it don't matter. You can drop him on any team in the NBA, and he's going to get his. You see it on this team. They was trying hard to keep him on the bench, and they just couldn't do it.
Yeah,
and so I think with Zoe, the difference is he and I don't know if it's mental or I don't know. I believe that his game is there, but like you need to give him the keys. You gotta say, Melo, you got Zoe, this is the system. We gonna create it around you and do that. With Melo, it don't even matter. Give me you got 10 minutes tonight.
I'm going.
I'm coming off the bench. I go, and that's just what it is. And then everybody start to feel like, yo, maybe we should just give Melo the ball. You start to hear the teammates. Malik Monk was playing minimum minutes earlier in the season. And he didn't want to give the number 1 jersey up, all of that. And Melo was directly impacting how much he played early on. And he was at a point where he was like, yo, Melo got it. He that deal. He do.
Because that young cat give me the rock.
Yeah.
And the thing
give me the rock.
The thing I think LaMelo and his and obviously his brothers have benefited of is the system that they played in Chino Hills. I just describe it as freestyle. So what it's done, it's just like when you're a kid, when you're younger, and you've got the freedom to express yourself and try different things. He was able to do that. So his style is so freestyle. He can play in the system. He's proven that, but he still plays freestyle in that. So in a way, you can't really. He's not predictable because he can go outside the box because he's been doing that his whole life. Alonzo can do it in a sense, but he's a bit more systematic. Yes,
because it's genuine, and he don't care. He don't care. He's already won.
He
He's
was
already
at
won,
LeBron.
so
I
he's
mean,
gonna play the game. He's gonna
Oh.
play the game the right way, Jay.
Yeah.
UK. That's what he's gonna do. To your point.
I'm sorry. Can I add something?
yeah.
Sure. Going back to a comment that was made, I even said that if you gave Jello 15 shots, he would average 25. And I actually agree. I think Jello is an NBA player. He's at least a 3-and-D guy. I mean, his jumper is real. I mean, like you don't drop 80, 90 points in games.
Yeah.
Jumper.
Yeah.
Jumper.
I think real quick, I think back to the narrative of the media trying to get back at LaVar because he's winning so much.
Oh,
And they might, in the NBA, come on. The mofo who fell on LeBron's ankle tonight. I can't even think of his name, but I know Jello's better than him. Like it's a gang of people that's in. Y'all see the dude who fell on Bron's ankle tonight?
Yeah, I seen it, man. I know who it.
Okay.
I just was looking too.
You know what I'm saying? I think he's from LA too. That's my bad, but he changed his hair, so I can't really think of his name. But to your point, Nu, he's supposed to be a 3-and-D guy.
Right, for sure.
And I know Jello could get a 9, 10, 11 spot on somewhere in the league. I think Jello is a victim of the league and everything trying to get back at LaVar. Because again, Jello should be on somebody's roster.
Yeah,
you think about what would happen if Jello got on the team because he's been rejected so many times. They're underestimating his mentality. Can you imagine if he gets on the NBA team? He's like, I ain't going nowhere now. I'm on a team. I'm going to ball out. You know what I mean? Because he's been the door's been closed, and like you said, LA, it's not about Jello's talent because he's got the talent. It's the fact of. You know, LaVar will have 3 sons in the NBA, and people
we can't let him have 3 sons. We can't let this African American man have 3 sons. No, this flamboyant, and then again, this African American man have 3 sons because whoever Mr. Holiday is and wherever he is, he has 3 sons in the NBA. The point is, they can't let this flamboyant, African American man have 3 sons in the NBA.
So, you know, and then Toasting.
This is back to what I was saying.
Maybe go.
I was saying this is back to what I was saying about it when they started giving him some shine and he turned it into a business.
Yeah,
Holiday, they dad somewhere. He quiet. He chilling. He got 3 sons. And he ain't saying that he in line. I don't want to say that. I don't want to make it seem like that. But I'm gonna say that he just chilling. They not worried about that.
You ain't gotta say it. You ain't gotta say it. He just he down there. Yes, master.
Hey,
yes.
look,
Okay, yeah. That's exactly where he at with. I'm gonna feel you. Go ahead.
Type of dad, man. I'm telling you right now. So what LaVar is teaching his son is the difference between a worker and a boss. And
there we go.
He's the process of teaching his sons. It's not just about playing basketball, but it's every element beyond that. Okay. So to me, if I was MJ, being from Chicago, I'm like, if I'm seeing 2 successful sons killing it in the NBA and another one who actually was just as good, I'll be like, let me give this guy a chance because guess what? I mean, like the only thing he could do is, try, so it just kills me that, you know what, you're right. It is because of LaVar that they're not trying to give Jello a chance, but still, Ray, it's just sad that the NBA is a business to that level where, you see it in the NFL with Colin Kaepernick as well. I'll put it out there like that as well. But it's just sad that they're questioning his sons because of him. And the sons are outstanding young men, and they're doing their thing in the NBA.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah. Somebody said something here, man. I gotta say this. They say that Jello just don't have a dog in him, and that's why he can't. And I'm telling you that's cap.
Big J, like what are you talking about?
It's cap. It's cap, bro. Jello, I'm telling you, if you go back to the fight when Melo slapped old boy. Yeah. Jello over there about that action, boss.
He's the man. What?
He's there, ready to go. Soon as he bam, then they knocked the walls down and everything, finna shut the whole arena down. I'm telling you, I was there.
The brothers.
And I'm thinking like, yo, we gonna have to fight our way out of here tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the energy Jello came in, was there with that on. And so he got it. I'm telling you, Jello is, LaVar always say this. It's something that he said many times. And this is what he used to tell Jello. Because Jello, when I tell y'all his ankle was this big, he should not have probably been playing. And what he used to tell Jello is, if you go into a bar with your brothers and they get in a fight, you can't say, "Dang, my ankle hurt. I can't help you out. You got to fight your way." You know what I'm saying? If you go in there, my eye hurt. You can't. No, bro. Don't matter what situation, when your brother needs your help, and you got to help him. So that idea that they needed Jello need them to shine is so false, because there are times where LaMelo needed Jello on that JBA Los Angeles team in order to get the championship. Jello needed to be over there in Lithuania to help him get there earlier on. But he got something there. He's just not getting the opportunity. I think that it's part of what we've been talking about as far as they don't want to give LaVar that shine. Because when he got picked up in Detroit, you seen everybody started praising LaVar, and they didn't even let Jello get on the court. It just got too outrageous.
They hated.
But I also think that it sucks. It sucks because that like China situation, like semi gave them an excuse to do it. You know what I mean? Like without that, it just looked like y'all hating. Now they can say, but he was in the China and the UCLA, and then make it a whole thing. But and it's tough too, because with Melo, they was able to send JJ to Australia with him. You know what I'm saying? LaVar and all of them was able to go to Lithuania. Jello kind of in this spot where any move that he make, it's just him out there on his own. You know what I mean? He got to find that mentor, that, you know what I mean, the situation to help him like be able to go get his clout back by going overseas, a trainer or something like that.
And Jello's cut from the same cloth as his brothers. Because sorry, I was going to say Jello's cut from the same cloth. I mean, his father's put in all three of them. Somebody's got to be better than Jordan. For him to just number one. And then I've heard them when they were a bit younger. They were talking, there was an interview, they were asking them, so who's the best brother? They all said, oh, I'm better than all of them. I was thinking, they all think they're better than all of them. Where do you think he got that from? They got that mentality from the father. And you think about that, growing up with that mindset, playing against each other, and then playing together, thinking they all think they're the best, but they still can play together as a team. No wonder they went, what did they go, like 35-0 or something like that. And Chino Hills one season. I mean, you don't undefeated. You don't do that unless you've got a certain mindset. You know what I mean? They've physically got the talent, but the mindset is what drives it. So Jello's got it, and you can imagine the frustration in Jello when he gets an opportunity. I just believe he's just going to go insane. You know what I mean? Because he's not gonna waste it. He's just not gonna waste it. But again, politics. Again, you've got this strong alpha sort of black man screaming and shouting and saying, "Look, my sons are the shit." You know what I mean? Excuse my language. Saying, "Look, they're amazing." They're backing it up, and now they can't have a third because what it's gonna do also is you've had Melo go a totally different route overseas. That just like what's the guy's name in Dallas?
Brandon Jennings.
No, not Brandon Jennings. Who's the Luca? Luca was pro. He's overseas. Came from overseas. So it's put more shine on. Why don't I go overseas? And do it that way. But they don't.
Well, all them do. Jay, you know this. All them dudes start at 14.
Exactly. Of course.
Tony Parker was playing pro at 12, 13 years old. Like that's what they do over there. Exactly. As soon as somebody over here do it, now it's a problem.
It look crazy.
And the NBA, because the NBA is in cahoots with the NCAA. I mean, they want everybody to be funneled through there. You know what I mean? This whole question of, you're just a student athlete when you're. I mean, it's just common sense. They're making millions and they can't pay players. I mean, anybody with common sense can see that. You know what I mean? What's going on?
Yeah. But anybody want to call Ed O'Bannon about that? Ain't that lawsuit still going on, y'all?
Yeah.
And it's still going on.
Yeah.
Did they close it?
Clear that up?
Wait,
I think so.
I think it's still going on.
No, actually, I thought it was they came to a settlement.
Oh,
Just
really?
with
Oh,
him?
Yeah, I think
Just
they
with
came to
him?
settlement. Yeah.
Yeah,
So he was able to get paid for his likenesses on the video games. But I thought he wanted something bigger, as where we at right now, to where they're working on athletes being able to get paid while they're, you know what I'm saying, attending university, right?
and LaVar did it again. JBA.
Yeah.
What did JBA do? As soon as he introduced that, and the pay
So they
went
didn't
up,
like
I think
that.
in the G League, if
Oh, they hated
didn't it?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
about that,
Yeah.
when it comes to big organizations like the NBA, anytime they see a brilliant idea like LaVar has put forth, they're gonna implement it into their corporation because they're gonna
exactly.
so because it was the JBA was an exceptional idea. Getting the young individuals. There's been so many NBA players that didn't make it to the NBA because they didn't have the educational, upbringing to be able to go through high school and college to reach that route. So what LaVar did was absolutely amazing for young men, who don't thrive
Overtime.
school. And so I appreciated LaVar for that, but the NBA is going to still. I mean, all organizations they do that.
You know what's crazy? To piggyback on your point, New. Y'all, everybody hip that's on this call. Everybody's hip to overtime, right?
Yeah. For sure.
Oh, yeah.
What did overtime do that LaVar didn't do? Besides LaVar just being the big mouth, allegedly big mouth, like they doing the same thing. And to your point, Jay from UK, they paying more.
Yes,
they paying more, but that's LaVar. He did that already.
Yeah.
Like why y'all couldn't push that narrative and push that man up and put him on a pedestal and say y'all right. But y'all know who the owners of overtime is though, and I'm gonna just leave it at that because this ain't that type of show, right? But y'all know who the owners of overtime is though.
Yeah, Ray, I hear you on that. Definitely.
Come on, man.
We could go deep down that rabbit.
It ain't right. Yeah, we go down that rabbit hole all day long, brother. All day long.
I think LaVar has got some. I think he's got his. I think he's got some, proper plans in the work, and he's just keeping it close to the vest, and he's just going to come out bang, because before he was kind of. He's got the creativity and the plans, and obviously the NBA was watching, but I think he's probably got some few secrets, just keeping them there, building it. So when he unleashes them, it's going to be too late for, say, the NCAA or the NBA to react so quickly. But because everybody, loves LaVar, I mean, you think about it, all these NBA players, you've got Kevin Durant who interviewed him. You're telling me there's not like top players who love what he's doing, but they can't say anything. Right. Because they're in the NBA and they know it's going to affect their shoe deal. It's going to affect this. Yeah. They probably. I mean, even you said it. You said it
Big
yourself.
J, let me give you a little some introspect real quick on KD. Just real quick. I don't know if you joined the show, but KD signed off on Steve Nash. That's all I'm gonna say about KD.
Nice.
He didn't sign off on my boy. I'm just throw that out there. Now I'm gonna just throw that out there. But as well as let's keep it real. So KD, Carmelo, they investors are overtime. Why they invest in our why, you know what I'm saying? It's we could go down that rabbit hole. I'm just throwing that out there for topic of conversation. KD and Carmelo invest in overtime. Right. Carmelo bought some shoes. That's how I think he bought some big ball shoes. That's about it though. Right. And then he said Melo could wear his number. But come on, man. Get that checkbook out, man. Do that wire. Send that ACH, man, over to LaVar, man. He had this. KD and Carmelo could have, back to the JBL.
What I can tell you is that as far as the JBA league goes, really the reason why like we don't see anything happening with it now is COVID threw a wrench in it. Okay. Like there were talks about what do we do, how do we bring it back? Like what is it? I got a video on my channel about it. They started because one of the what's the name? Kevon Looney. He had like a little game up in his town, and then so they flew some of the JBA guys out and they played against there. And so like that was just the start of let's kind of start gathering these guys back together and kind of get something going. And then in the midst of conversation, and I would tell you, I had a meeting with the new Chris Rivers and all of these dudes who are like ahead of the kind of the brand at the moment with LaVar. And it's so crazy because with the overtime thing, I was like, yo, what we need to do, JBA, but this time we need a partnership with like overtime to do these like little stories the way they do the Newmans and all of that. And have that be where the money, you know what I mean? Because it's expensive. It's expensive to run a basketball league.
Oh, for sure.
You're just making money off the games, you know what I'm saying? This is a beauty of the JBA too. And that's also when we talk about that ownership thing.
Right.
A part of the reason why folks wasn't you didn't see a lot of people like putting their hands in it is because they didn't want everybody money. When you take people money, they want control over it. Ice Cube.
They want an ROI.
They want an ROI. But even that, they like want to say what you can say. They want to what it look like. Ice Cube was supposed to be one of the initial investors and owners of JBA, but it was supposed to look different. Yeah. And then they was like, bro, this is a great idea, but what you trying to do with it, we don't want your money. Because you know, he got the big three. So they were trying to do like a big three situation. But
big three is dope.
Yeah. But with younger guys. So instead of having like 5-on-5 basketball, we're gonna do the big three, but with high school, college, age talent. You know what I mean? And they was just like, nah, we're gonna do it. We need to play 5-on-5 and we're gonna run it and to really develop these kids in order to play on the next level. And then so they end up separating ways. So there probably are folks who wanted to invest and reach out and build with them. So like Ed O'Bannon was at the media day, Earl Watson, a lot of people was there, but you know what I mean? Like you said, some folks can't sign off because they got other deals and things that they bosses don't allow them to be a part of some so kind of innovative and going against the grain of what we normally used to as a culture. But then there's also some folks who just wanted to do it the way that everybody else do it. How do we set this up where we can exploit folks?
Right.
The same way that the NCAA, and we ain't here for that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff that went on behind the scenes with it that shook it up a bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that whole overtime thing though, bro. I seen that, man. I was like, wow, like LaVar, they really do not like this brother, man. They really do not like him, bro.
Ray, just a couple history lessons, guys, on the NBA and what they're doing to LaVar Ball. You know, so back in the day, the NBA actually did have competition. It was the ABA, you know, and ABA actually had better players like the Dr. J's.
And they stole them.
Yes, so the NBA, you know what, decided to partner with the ABA, becoming the full ABA as we know it now. And that's the reason why the NBA is as powerful as it is right now. Now, to LaVar, going back to LaVar, what he was trying to do with Big Baller Brand was absolutely exceptional because he wasn't on that path of being just a millionaire. He was trying to be a billionaire, creating his own shoe line and ownership. And you know what? And starting in the JBA, you know what? That's the reason why they're trying to stop him, because they see the path of what he's trying to do. And I mean, only certain individuals are supposed to get to that level. Now, I know we're digressing from LaMelo because I mean we could talk about LaMelo all
yeah, we all over the place.
Yeah, man, we everywhere. Man, we all over the world.
Bro, I want to say one more thing real quick about this JBA, then we could probably wrap up on kind of talking about Clippers and LaMelo again. And I want to say this because I think people don't realize this. When they had the JBA show, right? We talk about that system that allowed LaMelo and them that they played in, that kind of built their games to where it is today. What I realized in the JBA is that is a hard system for guys who have not played in it their whole life to adapt to. Right. So like there's a green light that they give you. There's a pace that you got to play with. And I watched dudes in the JBA, we was in other countries, be upset, ready to go home because LaVar and them is telling them, you got the ball, shoot. And they like, but it's a bad shot. And he's like, no, that's the shot we want. Get the rebound and run. Would you slow it down? And they
trying to score 200.
Exactly. They trying to dribble it up the court, throw it, lob, throw the deep ball. And they just was, I'm talking about brains was being racked. Folks was stressed. Like, I'm gonna just go home right now. He want me to, my coach would never let me. And I'm like, bro, if you don't go out there, you got a green light to let it launch.
Ultra
I mean,
green light.
Shooters, dudes who could hoop. It took them a minute to like really understand that game and to be able to pass. So it's hard to do that. And I think that one of the dudes is like, yo, don't have a league, have a team. It's tough because what made it so easy is that they got to watch LaMelo and Jello like run that. You know what I mean? But when you pull them out of there, bro, it's a learning curve. Like, yeah, I seen LaVar get stressed. One of the coaches, Charles O'Bannon, he was stressed. Like, come on, like
Charlie, that's my boy.
Yeah.
You know, I played against Charles in state championship. I get on that one. I said, you know,
and this is what
Artesia.
Charles is my guy.
Charles state championship. Oh, Charles, your boy.
Charles, my guy.
I seen Charles in Vegas probably about 3 or 4 years ago. I rode up on him. I was like, "What's up, man?" You know, he don't know me. Yeah. I said, "Man, I used to back up Jock Vine. You know, I'm playing with him on one. You know, I'm talking to like no man." And then we start talking about his brother and stuff. No, but Charles, we played him at UC Irvine state championship. Charles came down. I'll never forget. He did the double windmill with the left. Oh man, it was insane. It was epic. It was epic. It was epic. Ask Charles about the double windmill he did at UC Irvine. I'm telling your boy Ray from LA said what's up. Tell his he Jock Vine homeboy. He gonna be like, man, I remember that dunk. It was cool. Yeah. That's probably what he gonna
say. Speaking of dunks, it's going to be soon where we see LaMelo catch a body. I'm sure. I remember one of the best dunks I've seen. It was overseas. You were there, obviously, AB, because I can't remember what team it was. He came down the middle. He hesitated, went in and just one hand tomahawk on the guy. Everybody just lost it. You know what I mean? So, and he's so close. He's like, the thing about LaMelo, I love about LaMelo, is it doesn't matter who is in the lane. He's going body to body. I mean, one of the funny, I think when he played Trae Young, as soon as he saw Trae Young, he's like, right, boom, hit him with. Got him in the post, and then he scored, and then he did the
small man. He gave him the small man. Yeah, he gave him the small man.
I was laughing. I was like,
that was classic. That was classic.
But to me, he's like a mini LaVar in terms of like the mentality and everything. So even if he played, even the Clippers game, he's still going to go in with the same thing. He's like, okay, just Paul George. Okay, they're basketball players. Respect them, but let's go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, the putback dunk. Yeah, wow.
Speaking of that, Jay from the UK, and getting back on topic, AB. what are y'all thoughts on Melo and his brother Zoe, and having Dexter Crockett? Yeah, I'm from Dina. Having a conversation, and Zoe telling Melo, man, go get that dude, and because I'm not sure, I might be totally off topic on this. Is Pat Bev even playing?
That's what I think folks said. Nah, he out tonight.
Oh man! Oh, so forget what I just said. Scratch everything I just said.
Bro, that's where I was telling you.
My bad.
That's where I was at earlier. I was hyped. I'm like, yo, I already know. He don't even got to say it. I already know that it was X.
Oh,
bro. Oh yeah,
you already knew, right?
Yeah.
I remember you did that to my brother, my bro. Mm-hmm. Okay, right. Let's go.
It's funny what happened obviously to Lonzo. It's like the media are just so behind, because like LaVar said, when he was talking and whatnot, and all the players are coming at him, I'm thinking that's what you want. You want the players to come and give them the best every single game, even if it's because of LaVar. LaVar's sitting there with his hands going, this is what I want. I want you to put as much pressure on him because they're going to respond. And then you've seen LaMelo. LaMelo is just coming out, and he's, every single game he's going hard. Every single game he's not taking. You can tell his confidence is through the roof. No one can shake his confidence at all. So I mean, even today, he's already played against the quote unquote, best in the league, and he held his own, which we'd expect anyway. So he
was the only one hoping. last
Hey,
night.
Jay,
Yeah.
hey, to piggyback on what you're saying is, like Lonzo, he's only 23.
Hey,
It's just like people were giving up on Lonzo. Like, I mean, this would be his first real year in the NBA if he would have stayed in college.
yep.
Yeah.
4 years.
It just wasn't a good fit, bro. It was bad timing,
Yeah.
and it wasn't a good fit.
No,
Lonzo is not a spot up. You know what I'm saying? Lonzo need a ball in, like his daddy say. He need a ball in the hands to go. He can't hoop with Bron. He can't come play with Bron. Like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That it's not going. That's just that's oil and what they say, oil in the water, or oil in what they say. The saying.
Oil and water don't mix.
Oil and water don't mix. So Lonzo
Yeah.
need to rock, but Bron was the ultimate. He's the PG. Like
no doubt.
it just wasn't gonna work. It just wasn't gonna work. Hey, B, real quick, somebody in the comment section, one of the homies from Dina, like they know me. Can I just give them a shout out real quick?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Is it Dexterous Crockett? I don't. Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah. What's up, man? Yeah, that's me, bro. Yeah, I went to Mirror. We went to Mirror. I played with JV, Stacey Augman, all them. Yeah.
So who
Hey,
do you
need
think
love,
is going
baby.
to guard
Just-
LaMelo?
Shout out to Dexterous Crockett too. He hit the super chat earlier, man. And I never gave you the shout out, but thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
So who do you think
what's
is
the
going
super
to guard?
chat? What's the super chat? What's that?
It's the like you could I don't know how do you could like it's a super chat where you put some money up there and then
Oh
it'll
yeah, what
stay
can I
on
do?
there and do all that
I
stuff.
want to
Yeah.
donate too, bro. Let me know what I need to do to donate to your channel as well.
Yeah, no
And
doubt.
shout out to Dexter Crockett too
Yeah.
as well.
Hey, so AB, I'm gonna let you know, like, I got in on the subs at 3,000, so I'm loving the fact that you're coming on 11 because I mean, honestly, when it comes to LaMelo and the Ball family, your content is the best content. Not saying that, not knocking anyone else because I think they're pretty amazing as well. But like, I'm riding to work at 5 in. I'm like, let's see what AB posted.
Mhm.
Yeah.
A late night game. But yeah, when it comes to LaMelo, man, I think he's gonna ball out tonight. You asked for predictions of what he's gonna do tonight. He's gonna give you a 20 ball.
Yeah, I agree.
At least 6 and 6.
27-7. That's right. Yeah. 27-7.
LaMelo, well, what we don't realize, he's not even getting fouls yet. Like LeBron, you come down and breathe on Bron and on the foul, I mean, LaMelo is having to earn that, and now he's starting to get his flowers with the refs. Up his average 5 points, so come on now. I mean, this kid is headed to superstardom, and honestly, I'm going to be here to support. I'm going to donate, my dude.
Yeah, I'm going to donate. For real, I'm going to donate as well. And also, to your point on the refs, I don't know if y'all noticed, man, that dude don't be saying. He be getting hacked. He be getting hacked. And he don't say nothing to the refs, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he don't even. I haven't seen, unless y'all seen something. He'll do something, but he don't really. Okay, so he got his mannerisms. He do his mannerisms.
Yeah, but he's not crazy.
But he don't get verbal though.
Yeah.
He don't get verbal like.
Yeah.
Like he still know his place, and that's the beautifulness of it. He's still humble and all that, even though as Jay and UK talked about, he got the roles. Daddy got the mansion, mom's cool, brother's cool, but he still got that humility and still loves the game and plays the game genuinely as it's supposed to be played. I seen him get hit one time, and like you said, AB, he did a little, but he didn't say nothing to the ref. I was like, you Mellow, you got a Facebook show. Like if I was you, I'd be like, what? You know who I am.
Yeah.
Hey,
you're right though, man. And it's I think about the time where he dived and like took out all of the chairs or whatever.
Oh yeah,
and he just
get it right.
Laughing. Yeah. Everything
just having a blast.
Having a good time.
Just having a good time, having a blast. Yeah.
He was sliding laughing on that, by the way. It was funny. I mean, there's a like a meme on that where he's like sliding and he's frowning and then he starts smiling at the end. But it's crazy. He got attacked for slapping the court. I forget against.
Yeah, it was the Warriors.
Man, let's not even go down that rabbit hole about these texts these days.
That was crazy. I saw him get. So.
These texts these days is horrible.
It's crazy.
Bro.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
Well, the thing about it is like Melo. I believe Melo this year, if he was given the keys, he could average 30. That's not out of his wheelhouse. If he from day one, he could average 30. That's because I mean he's been again with the inconsistent play. he's been able to average 20 plus. Give him close to 40 minutes. He can get a triple double. And it's not like I'm not blowing smoke. I mean, just look at the way he's playing. But
That's
again,
not hyperbole. Not at all. Not at all, Jay. It's not.
It's not.
No, it's real. It's real.
It's not.
It's
and
real.
that's the thing. This is why I wish he had Mark Jackson as his coach. If he had Mark Jackson, it's a wrap. Because the thing about it, Mark Jackson, just for example, with Steph, he understood. Okay, these guys are talented. I'm going to cater towards their, to their strengths. That's what he's good at. So I'm just saying with regards to that mindset, because he was a point guard, so he understands. He can see the talent. There's many players you can see the talent, but again, politics, it stops those things. So
I agree.
We got some new folks back, man. Dragnor just came back, and then my man Girly Boy TV. What's happening, man?
Yo, man, nice to finally meet you. Yo, I love the content and all you guys. Nice to meet y'all, man. Definitely respect what y'all talking about because you guys are right on point with it all the way.
Yeah. Nah, man. It's tough, man. I feel like it's exciting to watch, you know what I'm saying? But it's also frustrating to watch at times. You see, you see how they play the game, and it's just like, come on, it's simple. Give him the ball and let him do what he got to do. And I would say to your point, you said this earlier, man. Well, them late night games, well, it's a struggle to on the East. Yeah, it's a struggle, man. They playing at 10 tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern time, and boys, it's hard to kind of make that video to have it ready. But you know what I'm saying, we be out here trying to get it done, man. So. I appreciate y'all tuning in and jumping in and adding y'all voice to the stream today for sure.
Respect.
Stay with it, man. You're talking about everything that the media don't want to talk about right away. They pushing it all in the back. Like,
of course.
See, that's the difference between your channel and there's a couple of other channels as well. Is just keeping it real. Just keeping it. I mean, how hard is it to do? But the media, I mean, obviously they don't know how to do it. They've got their own agenda, but it's great to kind of hear just the reality, against their narrative. And then especially when you watch the games and then sometimes you listen to the media and you're thinking, what the heck are they talking about? I just watched the game. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? So you guys keep it real, and I respect you, AB. Like I said, I've been listening to you for years. So prior to the boys going to Lithuania, probably a bit more than that. So it's been a long time, you know what I mean? So I respect what you do, man.
No, that's what's up, man. I appreciate that, man. It's been a minute, man. We've been on here for a while. So it's dope, man. I think, to be honest with you, I said this earlier. I think watching Melo do what he has been doing and then kind of go from like a 12-year-old in Chino and seeing him kind of progress and where he's at now. And then so I feel like even now with this channel, like from talking about him from years, it's like, dang, that's my little brother. Like, dang, we made it to the NBA. You know what I'm saying? So I do.
AB, you said we made it, huh?
Yeah, exactly. We did.
That's what I'm saying, man. We did it, baby.
We did it. And we hooping too, and against all odds.
We hooping. We not just in there. We hooping. Man, I wish they would have had the rookie sophomore game, man.
Oh yeah.
I wish they would have had the rookie sophomore game, man. That would have been dope.
And I think, AB, you've got a unique perspective because you had the opportunity not only to meet them, talk with them, but also travel with them. Day to day, going through with the JBA, etc. So, that perspective, I think it was really good when you obviously putting out the videos and just showing that perspective behind the scenes. I thought that was really unique. I couldn't imagine. Well, we've seen how mainstream media they try to. Who was that guy who got caught up? He was in Lithuania, but they ratted him out. The guy from ESPN.
Goodman, Jeff Goodman.
Yeah. I just this just goes to show the importance of channels like yours and having those things. If we didn't have this, ESPN would have put that out and did their own thing, but they did it and they got exposed. You know what I mean? This is what I'm saying. It's channels like yours and various others. You just keep it real, and we get to see the reality, the truth of things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's important.
And bro, this is it. I feel like my journey with them shows you how how much real people they are. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah.
So like I'm making this content here and I've told the story before, but when they were in Lithuania, I was making videos and then they were trying to figure out where their stuff was, and then they stumbled across my stuff and then realized how much support was there and love was there and was like, bro, we got to do something.
Yeah.
And then gave me that opportunity to kind of do that and be the alternative voice, right? And I think that most people, and like we were talking about earlier, they get that bag, they get that shine, and then they want to go to the Jeff Goodmans, they want to go to the Ramona Shelburns, they want to go. We're gonna pull all of these big names now, and they just looking at, bro, you show love since day one. Now we're gonna show love back. Come on, you know what I mean? It ain't even about like who got the biggest platform, who got the most clout. It's about who is the most authentic
Respect.
and genuine. And yep.
Yes. And
so
integrity. You got integrity. You can't buy that. You know what I mean? I don't care how big that the ESPN and what a company is. If you don't have respect and integrity, I don't want to deal with you. And this is why I think. This is why I think. In the end, your channel and others, you'll get interviews from LaVar. You'll get interviews from down the line. I believe it will happen because they. I mean, at the end of the day, any ball player wants to have in an interview just wants to feel comfortable and be able to just have someone where they can just talk and there's no sort of sneaky things going off, trying to ask questions to try and get a certain answer or lead them down a certain way. This is why you see the best interviews with LaVar is where they just ask him some cool questions, he's able to relax, he gives great answers. But then when obviously we've seen it with Leahy, I mean, that was a perfect example of they're trying to set him up and he put us straight in the place. You know what I mean? It was like and he knew what the deal was. But what I'm saying is, I think because again, respect and the integrity, we don't even have to say it. Your channel is showing it consistently from day one. So it's not like you're just jumping on now because LaMelo is like hot. You've been doing it for years.
Yeah.
So
So AB, I totally agree with what Jay said, because honestly, grassroots YouTube channels like yours, is the love that you show to that family, and then also how you keep it real is just amazing. Because being real with you, as you know, the mainstream media, they can be biased. I mean, and they create whatever narrative that they want. And what you say, you give everyone a voice. I mean, channels like yours, you give LaVar a voice. You gave the Ball brothers a voice. Not saying that they didn't have one. They had their YouTube stream going on as well, with their television show. But yeah, dude, your freaking YouTube channel is amazing. I do have a question for everybody. I mean, since we are kind of biased towards LaMelo, at what point do you? I'm just commenting off of what Jay just said. Jay was like, AB is biased, but at what point do you see LaMelo making the All-Star game? What year? And then also, at the end of his career, barring any injuries, if he doesn't get injured, where do you guys feel he's gonna be all time? I'm putting you guys on the spot right now to see the love that you show this guy.
Let's hear it.
I think like next year, if they give him the keys and he averaged like 25 to 30, he could make it. He's got the talent. It's just I'm not just saying that. I'm just going off what I'm seeing. He could make the All-Star game. But again, politics. Now, championships, it depends on who they surround him with. You know what I mean? That's going to be key. You know what I mean? Again, I like the way he works with Miles Bridges. That's what the player. They just got a real good synergy. You know what I mean? Miles Bridges get it. He's like, look, all I need to do is just roll off the pick and I'm getting the ball. All I need to do is run. And this is what LaVar's talking about. Run. You know what I mean? So, but again, if he gets a good team, he's gonna get quite a few championships.
Even without that synergy from all the other teammates, they all know that if they run, that motherfucker's got a gun.
Yeah,
sure. I'm sorry. Can you cuss?
I mean, yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
My bad.
No, you good. You good.
I think if he gets a good team and obviously the coach is, lets him do what he do, there's going to be quite a few championships.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But again, the politics. You know what I'm saying? It's there's too much of that in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, barring that, the guy's going to be. At the end of the day, he'll be a Hall of Famer. That's what I believe.
Yeah. I believe so too.
Yeah, I believe that too. I'm gonna tell you this, man. Before the season start, I said that this rookie season he was gonna be an all-star. And that's the type of time I was on. I'm telling you, I was making predictions before the season started.
You were talking that talk.
I was uncomfortable.
I was believing.
saying it because I was like, if I tell you what I really think, you know what I'm saying, y'all gonna call me crazy. Y'all gonna think I'm biased. But I really believe like he's going 25, 7 and 7. You know what I mean? Something crazy like that this season. And what we see is he not far from that. No, if they just let him do his thing, he there.
Look what he did with the little bit of time to prove himself. Like the NBA was like, oh my gosh. Like,
just quickly, the NBA's caught in a rock and a hard place because at one point they don't want to show that LaVar's right, but because LaMelo is so good and he's got such following, they're thinking we need him because he keeps the eyes on the NBA and he makes us so much money. So they can't do what they really want to do because Melo
he makes winning plays.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Yeah. He's so good.
So AB, as many times as I voted for him after you asked, I voted for him like 100 times. I knew he wasn't going to be an all-star this year just because if Coach Borrego would have given him the keys from the get-go, maybe, he could have got there. But I was just like, they put him in the starting lineup way too late, even though he's doing his thing. I was like, he's a sure rookie of the year. There's no question about that. But yeah, all-star game, second year, I'm saying Hall of Famer, absolutely.
Yeah.
And honestly, he's going down top 3 point guards in my book. I think he's going to catch J. Kidd. I think he's going to be right up there with Magic. And it's all about championships with LaMelo and catching Magic. That's the only thing that can hold him back.
Yeah. I think, man, I was surprised. When I heard he was going to Charlotte, I was like, oh, yeah, definitely rookie of the year. Because I'm thinking Charlotte, nobody's expecting them to be good this season. Right. And they just going to give him the ball and say, yo, we drafted you 3. It's your team. Like, do it. So I wasn't expecting, when I was calling out them numbers, I was like, if he go to Golden State, he'll be good, but he'll have to take it back. He might not have as much of a role as he would have if he goes there, right? If he go to Minnesota, they got Russell, they got Cat, they might hold him back a little bit there. If he go to Charlotte, it's game over. Yeah. And so I'm surprised when he coming off the bench to Devontae Graham at the beginning of the season.
Crazy.
And blow my mind. So, but I think if they don't do that, then he 27 a night easy.
Easy.
All he needs is the time and the chance, man.
Oh no. Hey, I actually was happy.
27 and 7. Don't forget about that last 7, maybe.
Yeah.
27 and 7.
It's 7, in fact. Yeah.
I was actually happy he got drafted by Charlotte because my logic was, he was going to be held back. Even though he was going to do his thing, he was going to be held back and go to state. I don't know what's going on in Minnesota right now. I'm telling you right now. But to me, having Michael Jordan as his owner, I mean, if you have that talent, Jordan can show you the way. And I mean, the only reason why I'm saying, I know, but Jordan, look.
I just hope he's on that side with it, man, because it seemed like it could be a little competition or something. I think LaMelo is looking like LaMelo is kind of being driven out. I'm just saying.
Look, guys, but I'm an MJ fan as well. I grew up 2 blocks from the Chicago State. So, I mean, that's my dude, and that's why I was extremely happy to see. LaMelo go there, and he's doing his thing.
Yeah.
I believe in it.
Yeah, I believe.
I agree with you, AB. If none of this situation happened from out of the gates, because they would have told him that as a coach, if I was coaching the men, I would say, look, from day one, we're going to give you the keys. Do your thing. We're going to create a system or whatever, but we just want you to be you. If he heard that, it's a wrap.
Right.
Day one, he's going like you said. He could. the fact that he's been held back and he's got triple doubles, he's getting 20 balls, like double-digit assists, and he's being held back. If
He's
he was
getting ripped out the game.
floodgates open, this is again, and LaVar's been proven right yet again. Give him the keys because he's not a selfish player. It's all about the team. His dad is we've seen it in various interviews where he's challenged his son, or because he's been selfish, and he's told him, you need to be like your brother, you need to get the whole team involved. And now look at him.
Look how far
you know what I mean? But then you'll look at that and go, oh, you're being hard on your son. Any father that loves their children, if they see them going in a way that is detrimental, they're going to sit them down. They may need to give them a bit of a harsh talking to, but it's out of love. You can see that, and we're seeing the results. But yeah, I agree with you, AB. He could have averaged 27 balls, easy.
Bro, you just said something, man, that is so true, right? I'm telling you, there's times where when we were over there traveling, and we lost like 2 games in Lithuania, and LaVar is on Melo head.
Yeah.
Not because you ain't score enough for you, but
leadership.
Everybody else is not playing good, and it's because you didn't get them involved. You didn't create the pass. You didn't do this. And he would, and it's so funny because like it's so intentional with him, right? We would be talking, and he'd be like, I'm gonna push him today. And he would come back and be like, I was riding him hard, trying to see if he would break. And he was like, and I was ramping it to see if he was gonna turn it. And he's like, and he held it. And you know what I mean? So it's not even like that he just talking. It's like, yo, I'm molding you right now. Like I'm pushing you to be a great player. And like literally he did that. And if you watch the show when we were over there, you see him like going hard on LaMelo at times. And I'm telling you, like it's not even just like I'm just LaVar just a mean dude or whatever. It's literally like, yo, I'm coaching you right now to be a better player because you supposed to be the kind of gasoline for this team and all of that jazz. So that's just what he was, man.
This is why LaMelo can stand berate him. That's weak compared to his father. Because he's heard that, so he's going to obviously. There's the respect there because obviously he's coach, but there's no way they can wear him down to where they can, have him be a follower, so to speak. He respects the coach, but he's been brought up to be a leader. You know what I mean? He shows it on the court. This is why I think if I remember rightly, before he got drafted, he was talking about that. He was wearing some headphones. It was on IG, and I think he's invested in some companies or whatnot. So his dad is already put into it. Yeah, exactly.
Camera. Yo, Jay, to add to your point, I believe the reason why Borrego was berated, and like he would give multiple interviews where honestly he wasn't giving any love to LaMelo, is because he comes from San Antonio where Popovich was as important as Tim Duncan, as all the star players. He wants that kind of love as a coach. It's not about, he doesn't want it to be about an individual player. He wanted it to be about his coaching and all the talent that was around him as well, and he's making them better. So to me, I mean, even Pop, I mean, as much as I love Tim Duncan is a superstar, but he could acquiesce to something that Pop was doing. But I mean, look, LaMelo is a star that he just has that shine. He has that shine.
Yeah. He's got superstar potential. I mean, you could say, yes, he's got the following, but there's a reason why he's got the following because of the way he plays. Simple as. But with LaMelo, it's not like he's the type. Well, he doesn't come across as the type of person where he's like, I want all the shine. He just plays, and it just comes to him.
Yeah, I totally.
He plays hard.
And you know what? When it comes to like the Tim Duncan thing, you also had David Robinson there when he first got there. So it's like you could be all great player, but it's David Robinson. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what killed me with Charlotte is Devontae Graham. You know what I mean? So you gonna tell me I gotta like wait my time for Devontae Graham and Devontae Hooper and all of that stuff. I'm not saying he's sorry, but it's like if you got if it's Golden State and you like, okay, that's Steph Curry, that's Klay Thompson, I gotta maybe come off the bench, then I'm with it. But if you hit me with you gotta sub and back up Devontae, I can't do it.
And this is why I love the situation at the moment, because when Devontae was out, LaMelo just balled out. So now when they're playing all these games, you've got the announcers going, why is he not in? You know what I mean? Because they've seen how good he's been playing, and now you've got this team, and you're thinking you should be putting out the best. Literally, the matters will just be saying you should be putting out the best player right now in this clutch situation. And why is he not in? And I love the fact they said that on the LA commentator said that, said, oh yeah, he's coming back in a couple of minutes. And we were like, why is he not in? I was like, thank you.
I'm telling you,
it.
James Borrego, he was committed to Devontae Graham, and when LaMelo came in the pick, he believed in all the stuff that downplayed LaMelo. Yeah. And it's like it just everybody who downplayed LaMelo fed into what we see with James Borrego. And because he
real quick, can I interject?
Graham, yeah.
To your point, bro, on the whole Devontae Graham situation. How did Melo get into the position he got into? What happened to Devontae Graham?
Got hurt. He got injured, and LaMelo shined.
How Tom Brady get where he get?
He had to get that moment.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm telling you guys.
I ain't calling you Tom Brady. I'm just saying.
Hey, that shit, it blew up.
I'm dreaming big, baby. I'm a big baller over here. I'm dreaming big. And let me tell you something. 10 years from now, with Melo a 7-time All-Star, and LaVar say, I told y'all, just like Tom Brady got where he got because Whoop got hurt, and then y'all go Ray from LA. Y'all remember this? I'm telling y'all. I tell you, I know LaVar. I know him. I know how you think. AB, tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah. Nah, you 100%.
Yo, to your point, Ray, I really think if Devontae never got hurt, like he would still be trying to make that argument, right?
Yeah, he'd be pushed down.
LaMelo.
Absolutely. The coach was not having it for whatever reason.
Not at all.
And let me say this too. Devontae got hurt because he was limping a little bit, but he was trying to get back on the court too soon before he tweaked his knee. Because they had the pressure with him and LaMelo. So earlier when I was saying,
because he knew
he knew what
was going down. He knew what was going down.
He was like, "Oh shit! Well, I guess we have Melo."
Yeah, and they shouldn't have put him in that position. You know what I'm saying? Right. If he would have been off the bench, he could have been like, "Yo, coach, you know, save my bench spot. I'm gonna chill, and I'm not gonna come back too soon." But he knew. They was like, bro, if you don't get out here tonight, it's over for you. And they tried that we're going to start all three of y'all line up. He played about 2.5 minutes and then ran off the court limping. And they shouldn't have put him in that position, bro. They should have gone ahead and let him know it's over. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be a critical part. Yeah.
Too many times.
Yo, and no disrespect to Devontae. I like him. You know, I think
I do too. I do too.
You know, 6-man, backup point
guard.
Go
Jayhawks, baby.
Exactly, no doubt. I'm a Kansas. Well, I like Kansas. I mean,
go Jayhawks. AB, you hear me?
Today.
Yeah. Rock Chalk Jayhawks. I'm with it.
Rock Chalk Jayhawks, baby. Rock Chalk Jayhawks, baby.
For sure.
You gotta be able, as a coach, man. You gotta be able to cipher between commitments and actually what you got. Because ever since LaMelo showed up on the team, you've seen the team transformation.
Right.
Boom.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. So where y'all think that was coming from? AG, I'm AG because you just think about what you said. You think it because it wasn't coming from the coach. He ain't no talking head. Where was it coming from? You think
it all come from the spark that LaMelo give the whole team because he gives the team energy. He makes them have fun. He's bringing life to it to where everybody's getting engaged.
No. I'm saying where you think it came from? No. Where it come from to where the coach is like, we can't let this young dude get off like this. It's too early. Where you think those words was coming from?
Me personally, I think that everybody that feeds into that negative vibe that they've been stirring up before LaMelo was even in the league They was like, you know, whether
Okay.
he might not even be a chance and all this, all the shit to discredit him. I believe that's what it's due to, because you got Michael Jordan who's on top, and he's looking at somebody that might not have worked as hard as he did.
Right, for sure.
Possibly. I'm not trying to hate on Michael Jordan.
So you think it was Mike? So Mike gave the call to the coach and say, make sure the young fella earn it. Is that what you're
Yes.
saying?
Oh, indeed. Because you
No, I'm
know
with
how it's played
No, I'm with
out.
you. I just want to make sure we all on the same page.
You
Because
know
y'all
how
know
it played
Mike,
out with Mike.
Mike and Charles and them, they sit back, get off my lawn, right? Because we made this for y'all.
Right, for sure.
And then they see Melo, he come through with the Facebook and all that. I don't put it past Mike. I have no connection, no nothing to Mike. All I was a public. AB, you may have better insight on this than me. But from the outside looking in, Mike, I could totally see Mike saying, man, make that young fella earn it.
He said that on Oprah. He did say that on Oprah when he was. Yeah, he said that on Oprah. That he said he was talking about the young players.
Exactly.
And he was saying,
Jay.
Yes, exactly. Think about this.
He said when we were in the league, we earned like the endorsements and whatnot. So I can imagine. And then again, he's in a way he's playing again into LaVar's hands, because just LaVar has said it in different ways. He wants the pressure to be put on his sons. So that what's that term? Iron sharpens iron, so to speak. But basically, because LaMelo's been put in this situation in the short time, he's been able to like manifest these amazing games, being on the bench. And now when he's starting, he's just gone like crazy.
Yeah.
So once that happens consistently, I mean, I think hopefully if he gets, he still gets the consistent minutes, I mean, he'll be Rookie of the Year. There's no question he's Rookie of the Year. The only way he will not be Rookie of the Year is if they mess with his minutes. But people know he's the Rookie of the Year. I mean, you can just see it's blatant. And I think now, because all the media's on it now, you've got all the announcers, you've got players talking about it. It's actually put Charlotte in a difficult situation because all eyes are on him. You've got obviously AB, you got everybody who was on it first before anybody else, and now the media start to catch up and going, oh, okay, he's pretty good. So they can't play the same games as they did before because it's too obvious,
It's in their face. It's in their face. You can't deny. You can't deny the obvious. You cannot deny the obvious.
Hey, just to some
they tried.
They tried to. Yeah, they tried. They tried.
Hey, just to show some love to some of the people that's texting in, Mrs. Toot just said something really dope. She said that Michael Jordan stated that, you know what, rookies shouldn't earn it. I mean, until they show their worth. So
yeah,
that's dope.
That's what he said on Oprah, right?
So that just it came from multiple levels. I think it was a combination of. Michael LaVar Ball saying he could beat Michael Jordan, and Michael Jordan is freaking competitive.
Not only is he competitive, he's what's the word? AB, help me. He's picky. What's the word? AB, I'm trying to think of. He's
like petty.
There you go.
Yeah,
petty. When you're that great, you got to find something to be petty about. Right? You're not gonna start. Your daddy said he could beat me.
Here's something that folks when I did a little video about MJ and all that stuff, people was bringing this up about is MJ trying to like slow the Puma train down? You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
because Melo got that deal over there. He starts shining too much, and then you like, wait a minute, like don't let him get too hot right now. And now we got competition in these streets and all of that stuff. So I heard that. I hadn't even thought about that. I didn't think, but
that's what I was about to get at.
When we talk about MJ being petty, I don't put it past him.
Hey, he should have signed him when he was in Australia and then drafted him. So
yeah.
And think about why I've heard some of the what is it called? The promotion hasn't been as much as it should be in Charlotte. I personally, to what you're saying, AB, if he was Team Jordan, it would have been everywhere. Again, he's notorious. Back in the day, there's been times where he said to kids, "Why are you wearing them trainers? You should be wearing Nikes." And then he just gives everybody like the same sneakers. You know what I mean? The whole teams. So there's definitely some of that in there, no question. You know what I mean?
Definitely. I'd say check it out. From the questions that we was talking about a few minutes ago, I want to ask y'all this. From the traction that LaMelo Ball gained from the little bit of moment that he had when he first started to shine, what do y'all think Michael Jordan was thinking about that? Because we seen how James Borrego handled it.
Yep. So
that's what I just said. That's what I'm saying. To your point, and I think we all touched on it. I think Mike is petty. As awesome as he is, and as dope and as great that we all know he is, he petty.
But we
Man, this
do know he's
light-skinned,
petty.
good-looking brother
Isaiah
can't come in
Thomas.
at 6'9" with no Facebook show talking about he gonna start on my team.
Right.
and his daddy said he could beat me one-on-one.
Yeah, for sure. Ray, hey,
you feel me? You gotta look at it levels, right? It's levels, right? So they all at the poker table.
Right.
Everybody got Benzes, everybody got mansions, everybody got woo 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 woo. So it's levels to it. So now it's levels. Now, no. Look, I'm gonna be a businessman, but your daddy did insult me. But I ain't gonna say it. That's what. So I was asking you, what's your name, my brother? The airplay. What can I? Yes.
You can
What
call
can
me
I just?
AGB.
AGB. Okay, AGB. So we was talking earlier. I said, where you think it came down from? I was trying to get you to that point. Like that's where I feel, my opinion, what it's worth. That's where it came down from. Mike is so petty. I believe Mike is so petty. That little light-skinned Facebook young brother came in, was throwing dimes the first day of practice.
Yeah.
Did y'all not hear that? He was out there the first day of practice. They was like, he out there hooping. And then why the coach don't put him in? And who is that? I don't even know the coach's name. And I'm an NBA fan, and I'm not disrespecting that dude. Y'all, I don't know who's been on here to see me. I know a lot of people in the league, whatever, but I don't even know that dude. This is what I do know. Melo is a beast, and whoever that coach is, if you want to keep your job, put Melo in the starting lineup. So the only reason he didn't put Melo in the starting lineup is because Mike told him not to.
I still feel bad for Isaiah Thomas.
Yo, I'm gonna. LaVar,
that's a whole nother rabbit hole as well.
But it's still petty. Petty.
That's a whole nother rabbit hole. I mean, that's a topic of Monday night. We can do that on Monday night.
Before you go, just wanted to mention that back. With regards to Ray, just quickly.
AG, you have to bring that back later.
I'm sorry.
Ray, on this point, just quickly, think about this. You have on the same point. I can imagine Jordan saying, hold on a minute, I'm a father. I've got two sons that made the NBA. LaVar's got two sons who made the NBA.
Oh, I
think
this about that.
You know what I'm saying? You've got two top three
ABs. I didn't even think about that mentality. Holler at him, Jay.
That's what I'm saying.
Again, we know he's petty. Everybody got a Benz. Everybody got a mention. Everybody got stocks and bonds. But your sons better than my sons? And I'm going to start your son?
That just came to mind. I was like,
Jay, I didn't even think about that. That's man. I didn't even think about that. I didn't think about that.
Is
and they trash. MJ's son is trash. I said they know they trash.
No,
they better than Jello and Melo and who? He hooped that what? Central Florida?
The one, the one at Central Florida was hooping.
Central Florida. Yeah. I hooped that Maine. Like we beat Central Florida. Like, what are you talking about?
Come on, he was hooping.
And I didn't play at all my senior year. I played behind Jock Bob my whole senior year.
Hey, real talk. So I saw those guys play, and they got their butt busted by Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon scored like 48 points on them in high school.
Eric Gordon is a
baller,
prime NBA player. But I see your point though. Yeah. But no, that's a good point. I never even thought about that. Jordan's sons versus LaVar's sons. But that's where the petty come in. That's what check that off. Petty again. Yeah. Check that off.
Yeah. And to be honest, low key, I think Jordan admires LaVar because he's not ashamed about saying anything that he believes in. Where Jordan was the opposite. You know what I mean? So people asked him certain questions, and he was very corporate minded. He could tell he wanted his shoes to grow, etc., etc. But LaVar's like, I'm the boss. I can say whatever I want. You're an employee, and there's no disrespect to employees. It's the mindset. It's the mindset of like a leader.
Jay, you getting deep. Jay from the UK, you getting deep. Let's go. Can I go one level deeper real quick and just on some real, just because Jay he's making my mind. And we know, and not petty. I think it's real, and it could be an emotional situation. But where MJ Pops at?
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like where MJ Pop's not here. Like he could have been in a room by himself with his cigar, with some yak, and just like looking at LaVar like, yo, like, man, my pop's not even here. And this dude over here flamboyant doing all of this. And then he could have went left. And I don't want to call that petty, you feel me? Because that's deep. But I mean, Jay, you bringing up the point. You know what you feel about that, AB?
I think I'm gonna let you go, but I think that MJ is petty, but I think that he also is competitive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he's not like, I think that what I can appreciate about MJ is, and I don't know, because you see what happened with Isaiah Thomas, right? And not where they had some beef, and he, you know what I mean, allegedly got Isaiah Thomas up out of here on as far as the dream team goes. So kind of what I'm about to say maybe contradict that a bit, but I feel like I could see where he could appreciate, but then also like despise. He could appreciate and despise them, you know what I mean? And want that hand on with them
simultaneously. He could do it simultaneously.
Yo, Ray. So AB, do you mind if I chime in really quick?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So Jay, while I agree with you that the premise of what you're saying could be true, you have to understand the different levels to why Michael Jordan is how he is, and why what LaVar is saying right now is okay for him to say. So back in the 80s to 2000, you know, a black man in America couldn't do what LaVar was doing, and
good
still
point. Is right there.
For that. So Michael Jordan had to be perfect in every single way. I mean, not only did he have to be the best player on the court, I mean, he couldn't say really anything in the media that made him look bad.
Good point. Actually, I actually agree with you there.
Big time.
Yeah, he supported some
Republicans buy Nikes too, right?
Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
So, I mean, for a black man to make money in America, you have to be quiet. Now, fast forwarding to this point in America right now, Michael Jordan lived through that. So guess what? You get in your mind, you get ingrained on that kind of thinking. I mean, I grew up like this, and this is how it should be. So you shouldn't be able to do that. So that level of pettiness you're saying, I agree with you. He did it the supposedly right way, and now LaVar is just going all out, you know, saying something before you know his sons has got there.
Get off my lawn. Get off my lawn, bro.
Exactly. That's all.
That's what you're saying. No, get off my lawn. And I think we all saying the same thing in different ways and getting to the same point. Really do. It's so sad, like, but it is. We all got an uncle or a granddaddy or, you know, a dad, whatever. They will never give the young generation they flowers. They won't do it.
No, for sure.
Because they believe if it wasn't for me, it wouldn't be no you, right?
But
at the end of the day,
it's the truth, though. It is the truth. I mean, without you know, there's different levels because of the.
Oh, for sure, that's a different conversation. But I think we based specifically on why Melo ain't starting, and he should have been starting from the day one of practice. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
He should have been starting from day one of practice.
He should have been starting to earn it. That bar was there.
I think.
Well, everybody said on the team like day one for practice, like he was the man.
Yeah,
I think when Melo, in a couple of years, we're going to see the real Melo. What I mean by that is you're going to see when he gains the power because of his play, he's going to express himself as he does behind closed doors, so to speak. Because we've seen it. We've seen it when he's just himself. He's very talkative. He's very he's like LaVar. Can you imagine him being LaVar-esque when because the NBA won't be able to do anything because he'll be the face of the league. Right. And he'll just be, he's one of them people who he's very, he tells the truth. Right. You know, even in his interviews, you've seen it, but he's kind of very sort of reserved a little bit. He's kind of, watching, but he still tells the truth.
He shoot from the hip. He shoot from the hip, but he's direct. And he, he don't put no extra on the interviews. I don't know, UK, if you was here, we was talking earlier about how Melo does his interviews. How he does his interviews.
Okay,
you was here. So back to that point, right? He is to the point, direct, detailed, don't give no extra, and keep it real.
So Ray,
He's talking that little young 21-year-old jargon. I don't even know. I'm old, but
Swag.
and then he done. He talking to this young pretty girl. He ain't looking at her. He's saying what he need to say and keep it going. Keep it pushing.
Yo, Ray,
With professionalism.
honor that.
Professional, absolutely.
Yeah.
And direct.
Yo, Ray, when he's talking to pretty women, he talked a little bit more. I want to say that.
Yeah, I've
You
seen
know
a
what?
couple.
I haven't noticed it.
I
Maybe
have.
you know, but okay. All right, so that's my bad because I haven't noticed
It
it.
depends on
Yeah,
which
yeah.
one, though. It depends.
It depends on which
Depend on
one.
which one.
Okay. Is it the
That's
home
what I think it
reporter?
is.
Is it the home? Is the home
Just
reporter?
sometimes
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
a spark of energy.
Yeah.
No
I-
doubt.
Okay.
I think that is the big thing with them is it definitely depends on which one. You know what I'm saying? I think that it's the same thing with LaVar. You get better interviews depending on who it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like somebody mentioned earlier with the Christina Leahy situation.
Oh yeah, sure.
LaVar was in there ready. He was ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else, they be chuckling and we having a good time. You get the right people in the room with him, and it's a wrap. And I feel like Melo carried that same energy. And I could see down the line when he really start to, all right, I'm gonna start to speak my mind right now. You know what I'm saying?
It's going to
be rough.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I think that going back to this, and then we're gonna wrap this bad boy up. I think a lot of it got to do with the powers that be in creating that business.
Yeah.
So right now, I think that you got Melo here under the Puma thing. He just getting into the NBA. So even right now, he kind of is holding on to his own as far as like I'm not giving y'all too much. But I think that whenever I cannot see Melo being a Puma for lifer. You know what I'm saying?
Hey B, I want to talk to you about that.
I don't see it happen.
Just quickly.
Okay, go ahead.
Just quickly, I've been thinking about this. I think he took the deal, but in his mind, I don't know if he's had this discussion with his dad, but I think he's took this deal with Puma as just for the first part of his career to learn as much as he can from Puma. Finish that deal. Go back to Big Baller because things would be built up. Take that all into Big Baller and just let it go to the stratosphere. That's what I think he's doing. That's just my thing. But who knows?
So Jay, to piggyback on what you're saying, Michael Jordan, when he joined Nike wasn't what Nike is right now, guys. You need to. Nike basically gave Jordan a part of the business for him to become, that guy for Nike. So I mean, what LaMelo is doing right now, he could bring Puma to the forefront if he actually, gets to the level in which we're saying he's going to get to. But Jay, I totally agree with you that maybe he is, just getting the information from Puma to, bring back to Big Baller. But regardless of what he does, if Puma comes at him with the right deal, a half a $1 billion, I'm not walking away from that. I don't know about you guys.
It's the ownership though. If they come at him, it's got to be bigger than the money.
Oh, for
because
sure.
I'm telling you that he already know if they offer me a $500 million, that mean they finna go make 20 billion off me. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And he know that. So it's got to be, and he would be. And I was saying this beforehand, right? And I would say I'll cut Puma some slack because I think that they handling his situation wrong. He should have a shoe on the shelf right now. And the fact that they don't. It speaks to somebody over there running that company wrong.
Yeah.
Now I'll say that,
like the dude who called Stefan, right?
Yeah, exactly. And didn't change the PowerPoint. And I'll say that I think that where they because of COVID has sprinkled a lot of hurdles on everybody's stuff. I believe that if like right now they can't meet up. If you're an NBA player, you're not living in the bubble. You're not in the bubble per se, but they got contract tracing. You can't show up at a shoot and shoot a commercial right now. You know what I'm saying? So I think that if they could move around, they would have already had we see LaMelo on TV, Instagram, all of that stuff, and they can't do it like they would have done in a normal year. I hope at least, right? If I cut them some slack. But I think that if they're going to want to have him move forward with them long term, we're going to see one of these massive Steph Curry, Under Armour, you own part of the company deals. They need that ASAP, you know what I'm saying? Or else it just don't make sense to me for Melo to be there. because he really hyping them up more than they hyping him up. You know what I'm saying?
No, AB.
Yeah. And I can't see Melo. Real quick, I'm gonna just piggyback off of that. And Jay, I think I hear where you was finna go. I can't see Melo signing no deal with nobody for no money versus ownership.
Yeah, good point. Because his brother's already doing his own line now.
That's his in his genes, his fabric, his daddy. That's what I would say we made it. That's where we come from.
They're not playing around with that stuff.
Ownership. Give me 20, 30%, whatever, or how many points you want to put on it. You give me whatever you want, but I want some points. I want some ownership.
Just
Period.
like
End of story. Ain't nothing else to talk about. Just like music, exactly. I want some points on it.
Yeah, but check this out, man. We finna get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. We've been on here for about 2.5 hours, man.
Respect, AB.
Yo, this show was awesome, man. Thank y'all, man. Thanks for bringing me on, man. What time you gonna do the next show? We get some reminders, or what's going on?
Yeah. So, man, we used to go live a lot, man, and we haven't been going live. So we got to get a schedule going. You know what I'm saying? I don't know yet, but we'll be back. You know what I'm saying?
All right, let's do it. Appreciate the time. JB, love the show. Peace out to all y'all, man.
Guys,
let's get this win tonight, Charlotte.
Oh yeah,
let's
go, baby.
Peace.
Yeah, go ahead, hit the notification and then you know what I'm saying, and
Yeah,
they'll make sure
so
you
you
that's
already
the best way to know. Yep.
No doubt.
For sure.
Take it easy, guys.
All right, okay.
All right, yep. Appreciate y'all, man. Hey, let me see.
Peace out, bro.
All right, yeah, man. Appreciate y'all. I had to get my man out of here. So I probably won't be live. Somebody say this here. I won't be live for the game tonight. You know what I'm saying? But we'll do the post game video and all of that jazz, and maybe we might hop on live tomorrow or whatnot. But you know what I'm saying? I'll be in there trying to watch the game. I'll be excited. Y'all don't want to hear me screaming and all that jazz, man. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. I appreciate all the super chats and all of that jazz throughout the broadcast. And I appreciate everybody hopping in to talk and all of that. And man, we'll do this more often for sure, man. I love hopping on here and doing this. So we'll get that going. But man, ABD, we out. Peace.